Yeah?
I just don't want to get in trouble for it again.
You've gotten in trouble in the past. What happened?
I got in jail a couple times.
But you still do it?
Hell yeah.
You're now listening to the AITB podcast.
Okay, recording.
Cool.
Double check here. All right. Feel comfortable?
Yes.
All right, for sure. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of All in the Bag podcast. I'm your host, Myan. Today, I'm here with Mr. Worldwide, Mr.365. I feel like I should put some pitbull to your intro. Dale.
Do what you please. do what you want to.
But yeah, here on the episode, we got Oyum.
What's up?
Yeah, what's up, man? A little ASMR of you sipping some Waterloo.
Hell yeah.
Not sponsored by Waterloo, but I'd love to be. I'm gonna drink a little water, wet my whistle. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you making the time and effort to hanging out with me and talking on the podcast. A lot of people reached out to me and are like super excited for you to be on and to hear about your story. So
dope.
Yeah. So we usually start everything chronologically, as I've said before. But first question to just kind of start the conversation is, how'd you get into graffiti? Around what time? What was the things that inspired you to be like, I'm gonna grab a can and I'm gonna make this happen?
Sure. I started doing graffiti in my early teens.
Okay.
Like probably 12, 13.
Gotcha.
And I am from the era where you probably see graffiti in video games.
Yeah.
Or in the background of YouTube videos.
For sure.
And I can't tell you exactly how I started or why I started, but it was most likely due to that.
So it was like extremely organic. It was just the environment around you.
I wouldn't say the immediate environment, because where I grew up, there wasn't any graffiti.
Oh, okay.
Where I grew up, but when I would leave, I would notice it.
Okay.
But the town I grew up in, there was no graffiti.
Damn.
At all.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the media, obviously, at the time, I mean, we're talking video games-ish, I would say, early 2000s.
I'll put a year, 2008 is probably the first time I noted, or I probably, when I realized I wanted to write on something that wasn't in my house.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's when you acknowledge graffiti as this is something I'm gonna do.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Mark Echo's getting up.
Actually, no.
Really?
Not. Yeah. More so like Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
You could do a motion where you do a graffiti, right?
Was that American Wasteland? No.
I maybe Underground. It's a blur.
Yeah.
But
Thug 1, Thug 2.
Yeah, it was for sure that era for me.
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously so much graffiti influences in Tony Hawk. I mean, you have MQ on Tony Hawk 2 in the airplane yard.
Right.
In Thug 2, I believe that's the one where Bam and Tony are against each other. Special characters Bigfoot at Skatopia.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's right.
So there's been huge influences and shit like that. I mean, if you look at the and this is obviously not Tony Hawk, but even just in that era of PlayStation 2, Jackass came out with a video game, and there's gusto throwies everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm a video game nerd. I'm constantly on my PS5. But yeah, no, I've talked about this in other podcasts the same way. For me, it was, Jet Grind Radio or Jet Set Radio.
Yeah.
On Dreamcast.
Yeah.
That was extremely influential as far as seeing graffiti, seeing styles, and it was yo, that's tight. I want to do that.
Sure.
So I can see that.
Yeah.
That's
and
what's up.
Also just the interest I was in too at the time. That's something that came along with it, because I was also into skateboarding.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And also into aggressive music.
hell yeah.
So it's just all together in one. Yeah.
That rebellious feeling, right? Of like
Exactly.
grinding on someone's curbs that you're not supposed to be,
Oh,
street
yeah.
skating, listening to like fucking, whatever it may be at the time, hardcore, metalcore. I mean, I'm very like new metal.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
know? My
Yeah.
first album was Papa Roach.
Oh, hell yeah.
Infest.
That's dope.
But later on I got into like, Slipknot and fucking, then I got into crazier fucking shit and it just kind of down spiraled from there. But,
Sure.
But that rebellious of like, fuck the norm, I can completely understand of like, all right, yeah, that all goes hand in hand.
Sure.
You go to shows and it's like scribbles everywhere, right?
Oh, yeah.
Anti-establishment type shit.
Of course.
My favorite, the most up people in the world is AC/DC, Black Sabbath.
Oh, yeah,
you see
yeah.
people tagging that shit
Yeah.
everywhere.
Mine is penis.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fucking, what is that hashtag? Penis graffiti or some shit like that. But if you go on it, I mean, it's literally millions.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's like specific hashtag. It might not even be penis graffiti. That's like too easy. But I forget what it is. There's a specific one, and you go on there, and it's just like, oh, there's dicks on trains. That's one. I really love hashtag dicks on trains. I follow that one.
That's dope.
Actually, I posted on my story the other day, but I was in a tunnel just this week, last week, with Steiner and Tenchi, and someone Rick rolled me. So I was like, never gonna give you.
Yeah. In the tunnel?
Yeah, it's just like the whole chorus.
Oh, wow.
Written, just civilian graffiti.
That's dope.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, this is fire. Okay, so 2008. What did you want to talk? Was Oyum like your first name, or did you like start with the traditional couple of names that you didn't really stick to?
Yeah, I had a couple names. They're not worth mentioning, but maybe one of them because it was like an O name. I won't tell you the name, but I just knew I wanted to write like an O name, like a name with an O in it.
It's a really hard letter to start with.
Yeah, and I don't know why. I can't tell you exactly why. Maybe because I wanted to draw a face in it.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the couple names prior to the name I write now is I just wanted an O name. And this name that I write, I want to say like I was a toy, like writing this name, and it's just the name that I stuck with. So it is technically like my first real graffiti name. Yeah.
So it was a part of the arsenal when you first started, and you were like, all right, this is the one I'm going to stick with?
It was actually, well, I would get caught. Like, I was doing graffiti when I was a little kid,
Yeah.
and I got caught a couple times. And like the last time I decided to change my name, which is this name now, it just stuck. But I was a toy. I'll admit I was a toy when it started, and maybe I'm a toy now, who knows? But it's the name I never got rid of.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
How'd you come up with Oyum?
A homie of mine
Oh, yeah?
kind of gave me the name. He gave me the name.
Okay.
And I was writing with this dude before, like went with the other names, and when I got caught and he knew I got caught, we were trying to figure out a cool name for me to change into, and this was the name that was essentially given to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I mean,
It's a hard name. It's a difficult name. None of the letters really make sense together. But if you look at the way I tag, the letters have been the same since the beginning. Just maybe slight variations, right?
Sure.
Like the Y, it looks like an N, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, that." If you don't know what I write, they say Onum.
Onum.
Because the Y looks like an N.
Gotcha.
But like the reason why it looks like that is because it's the M without the first leg, the Y. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I just write it like, it's just easier to write
Gotcha.
like that. It just looks cooler to me.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm picturing it, your scribes,
Sure.
so like I see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Before we talk about scribes, because that's like a whole thing that I'd like to dive into.
Dope.
So after you got caught, you said you've been in San Jose, what, like a decade?
I started. I mean, I was doing graffiti in San Jose before. Uh, I don't want to say it, but
It's all good.
yeah, I've been doing graffiti in San Jose for at least a decade. Yeah.
Okay. What? So when you first, okay, so you're rocking Oyum. We're in, the South Bay, which by the way is really exciting for me because I actually haven't covered anyone from the South Bay or anyone that's put in any, real work in the South Bay.
Oh, damn. Thank you. I feel like I'm not an appropriate candidate to speak entirely on San Jose because San Jose's history is very deep.
Oh yeah.
And if it's documented enough to know, but you hear these stories on the streets to know what was going on. And yeah, I'm barely scratching the surface as like a graffiti writer that's been, I'd say, established in San Jose. It's deep.
Yeah, no, for sure. And the thing is that when I started this podcast, it was very much influenced by like what I saw.
Sure.
Being born and raised in San Francisco, moving to the peninsula, I obviously just saw a lot of San Francisco Peninsula writers.
Sure.
And actually, I don't even think I've ever even done anyone from the East Bay.
East Bay?
Yeah.
Swerve?
Oh, well, he's actually born in San Francisco.
Right.
And went to San Mateo, but he moved to Oakland and bombed like crazy.
Right.
Shout out Swerve. Fucking actually talked to him like a month ago. He's doing good. But yeah, fucking, when I was actually talking to Monroe and I was like, yeah, fucking, Oyum's going to be on the podcast. He was like, it's about fucking time you do something from San Jose. I was dope. Like, all right, for sure. Yeah. But definitely, fucking San Jose is, Lord's Crew,
Sure.
I mean, can't go wrong with Lord's Crew for sure. And then, the Walls of Fame, which is obviously just
legend.
Still people talked about
this. I was there yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sick.
Just walking around the neighborhood, and I was with some homies. They don't do graffiti, but I was like, yo, let's like walk on foot just to kind of
let's pop in real quick.
We were just walking off some food that we ate, and I'm like, yo, this is like a legendary spot. There's like tags under this paint from like the 80s,
Yeah.
It's a crazy idea, but like it was just a cool place to be at,
Yeah.
on a beautiful Saturday.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why, I was really excited to like have you come on because, we could at least have a discussion of somewhat, San Jose
Sure.
culture. So going back to that, when you're, getting into San Jose graffiti and being around the area, what was San Jose like and what was the scene like when you were, getting started in the area?
Okay. When I first had experienced my version of San Jose graffiti, it was really active. It was so active, actually. Like, you would see something on the freeway, and then the next day you come back, there's something else on the freeway.
Fuck, like
and
on
then,
top of it?
You not really. Like, I mean, beef has always been big in San Jose with certain crews, but
yeah,
like more so like the activity was so, like, it was so active that, because this is how I felt, I'd see something, I'm like, oh, that's dope. I want to do something, maybe an exit away.
Oh, okay.
Just so like it's like it just kept going. Like, there was so much leverage in the activity of graffiti that it just seemed like nonstop.
Yeah.
Yeah. At that time, 2000, I'd say like late 2000s, early 2010s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, San Jose's always been pretty insane. It's funny you say that about beef because, like, I gotta say, man, I mean, like, being from San Francisco, seeing obviously hella Peninsula riders, sure, there's beef.
Yeah.
Sure. But San Jose beef, I mean, it's like every other day you hear someone getting their ass whooped.
Dude, it's nonstop.
It's a whole different beast. San Jose riders are tough, and you have to be tough to write in San Jose.
I don't want to like name drop any like names or crews, but like the history and the documentation is there. Just it's like Is 12 ounce still active? Like, can you still go on 12 ounce?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. If you there's like a whole a category for San Jose.
Okay.
Yeah.
12-ounce profit. Yeah, still up.
And I'm sure
Brick Slayers.
yeah, I'm sure you'll still see the same people actually. Like a lot of the people that were active on that forum
still getting it today
are still doing graffiti,
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's sick. I mean, I definitely love seeing the heavens, you know.
Oh, yeah.
So I visit Monroe. I should have visited him more, honestly, but like
Yeah.
you know, I try to visit him as often as I can, and like you go on the freeways and it's like, I mean, it's very much bombing heavens in fucking San Jose. It's ups, and it's sick, you know. Fucking there's that one abandoned mall. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Oh yeah.
But I think you know what I'm
it's in
talking
San
about.
Jose.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore, so I think we can say it. But maybe Valco Mall.
Yeah.
It's not. It physically isn't there anymore.
It's been leveled.
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but that was like a cool. Like,
I remember. I remember going there with Musk. You know, because I mean, me and Musk, there was a couple years where we just like were fucking on it every weekend, and he's just like, "You never come to San Jose, fool. You need to come out here." And I was like, "All right."
Yeah.
And fucking, you know, and he like took me to a shit ton of spots, and it was just crazy hopping on some of these like, you know, freeway shots and like, you know, cutty fucking tunnels and just being like, "Damn, dude, it's like it's really fucking crushed here."
That
you know?
scene is like thriving, especially in San Jose. Like you can't really have very visible graffiti, and that's something I learned very soon.
Okay.
Because I've been popped, right, like multiple times, and usually it's almost not worth doing that type of graffiti in San Jose. Like,
yeah, because I mean, they have a real hardcore task force, right?
Yeah, they used to.
Oh, okay.
And I'm sure there's still like some sort of organization still around. Maybe it's been consolidated. I've encountered certain people that have that intel.
Oh, okay.
And it's not as strong as it used to be.
Gotcha.
But they still like keep an eye on the street for sure. So I don't know if it's like this in every county in the Bay, but San Jose, they really throw the book at you when you get caught doing graffiti. So like the Walls of Fame, for example, or like any other tunnel, like cool big tunnel spot, it's obvious that graffiti is still there.
Yeah.
So it's just hidden in plain sight, or it's strategically placed to where maybe graffiti writers see it, but and normal people don't see it. But when you do that type of stuff, like a heaven shot or a freeway that's like very, very visible, it gets the attention of people that you don't want the attention of.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine having that attention. That shit sucks.
Yeah, I've been in that spot. I was like really active doing that. And I've been, you know, I've been stopped, and it's just not a good it's not a good ending.
Yeah.
Because they know, like, I'm sure every like opposition knows like if you're on the street, the opposition of like other graffiti writers and then the people that are just trying to stop you, it's like it's so easy to get information that in San Jose, like, it's I don't know, I don't really know how to say it, but people know. So you just need to be as strategic as possible.
Right.
Yeah. That's the best way to put it.
No, I agree. And I mean, that's kind of the thing, you know, with graffiti. It's like, I mean, I'm going to say it a million times over, but, you know, it's not a race, it's a marathon, right?
To some people.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. You're right. But, you know, for me, like, graffiti for sure is like a lifetime commitment. And so it's just one of those things, like, how can I keep doing this?
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
I want to do it until I physically can't. So I go at a pace, and I do a certain type of graffiti that will probably allow me to keep going as long as I can. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I agree. I'm on the same hype. So back in the 2000s or later 20 or early 2010s, you know what were some like writers that kind of caught your eye that maybe are not so hot around now, but inspired you, just to like talk a little bit about the scene at the time.
I was really inspired by certain crews.
Okay.
And it was the crews that kind of I can tell were putting a little bit more effort into their strategy. Whether it's like, even if it's just bombing, like the placement was perfect. And like some of those crews are like NLT, right? Which was a crew that I used to be in.
Okay.
GTB was really strategic. DTC, like OG crews,
Yeah.
Let me think. Lord's crew, obviously,
Yeah.
just to name a few. Yeah, those were some OSH. That was a really cool crew that I really looked up to.
Yeah.
And a bunch of like these crews they all have like kind of like affiliates or side crews. And, as far as San Jose goes, once you're tapped in, you kind of just know everyone else, or like who is who and who's affiliated with who. But the crews that I named specifically, like personally, that was my inspo.
I will say that about San Jose, at least, because like I said, I don't go there as often as I should, but I hang out with Monroe a lot. I fucking love him. Monroe, if you're listening to this, I love you. That dude's like family. But it's funny going to San Jose, and specifically in hardcore shows, right? Because there's a big hardcore scene out there.
Yo, yeah.
I love the hardcore scene in San Jose. It's fucking sick. But, San Jose is just a bunch of fucking chismosos. Because, like you said, right, you tap in and everyone knows everyone. Everyone's doing this or doing that. You talk to one, she's like, oh, who's that? And that's woo, woo, woo. He's part of this hardcore crew, but, he tags on the Cuddy. And I'm like, damn, I just got his whole fucking Carfax.
I mean, like, it's not just, like, music like that. I think it's every kind of, like, counterculture.
Oh, for sure.
Or, like, subculture or whatever. They don't just dabble in one thing. It's like usually multiple things.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So that's just like a good example. Oh, that scene is like really strong. So it's kind of inevitable that people that also like do graffiti would be integrated in it somehow. You know what I mean? And that goes deep. It's not just San Jose. It's like even in like the 80s and 90s, there's big crews that are into graffiti that also are into that type of music, right?
Right.
It's just they go hand in hand with each other.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah, San Jose is tight. I like it.
But yeah, that my era and my experience of graffiti in San Jose was so awesome. And the time that I really was very active was like such a great time. I think about it all the time.
Yeah. Any notable stories that come to mind?
Stories in San Jose?
Yeah, just like good memories. Like we did this one spot and kind of trickled this way.
I mean, like I used to have like some partners that I would do graffiti with, and I still hang out with these guys, and we still do graffiti sometimes. But I mean, we got like chase stories, and they're in spots that I don't even want to say because these are like still active spots. But we get away most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah. And there's also stories where we've gotten popped, and like those are very memorable, but I'd rather not disclose that sensitive information.
No worries.
Yeah.
It's all good, man. Fuck. I lost
I did okay, I do have a good story where I was painting freight trains.
Okay.
And I was with some out of towners and some dudes in this crew I'm in now. We were painting freight trains, and there was like 4 of us, and it was nighttime, but we're like almost done, and I hear like this chatter, and I'm like, what's that chatter? In the back of my head, I'm like, what's that noise? And I look right behind us, and there's this guy on a phone, like right behind the fence.
Oh, okay.
So he's like talking to I'm assuming like the police.
Was he like just like a hero, like a civilian?
Maybe like a manager of a property or something
okay.
like that. But I look over, I see this dude. I'm like, oh shoot, this guy's like watching us. And then I look down the line, and there's people with flashlights. I'm like, oh shoot, there's people here.
It's time to go.
And I'm like telling all the homies, we're like 2 trains apart. I'm like, yo, we gotta dip, and we're dipping out. Like this yard, we paint frequently, so
okay.
I know like 5-6 ways to get in,
Yeah.
And it was the last resort way, dude. Like it was like where we were getting wet, right? Like we're like walking through the mud, and I'm like, I'm going this way, and like when you're getting chased, it's kind of every man for himself, right?
100%.
Like at the end of the day, just don't say nothing. Yeah. But if you got to get away the way you need to, you're gonna do it.
Yeah.
So I left. Boom, like hit my phone, like hit up the homie, yo, hey, I'm right here. Can you grab me? I'll tell you what happened later. So I get picked up, and we're all scared. Like my homies are like calling me on the phone, and I'm like trying to be as like subliminal as possible to make sure like it's not a cop or something like that that's like making him call.
Oh yeah.
So I'll turn the phone on, and there wouldn't be any noise. I'm like, oh shoot, like this fool's like
in a room
wiretapped, like this fool's, he's getting interrogated, and they're calling all of the numbers on his phone. But I'd say like it took maybe 4 hours, and we all ended up getting rides back to where we had met up.
Oh shit.
And we all got away,
Wow, that's fucking awesome.
It was just a cool feeling, because we ended up like eating at like a Denny's after.
I know, that was the fieriest meal you've had.
Dude, best
moons over my hammy
chicken, or the cheesesteak, the cheesesteak grilled cheese thing they used to have.
Yeah.
It was like the best tasting one I've ever had.
Oh shit, you didn't get a what is it, the Grand Slam? You didn't get a fucking Grand Slam? Dude, Denny's is I've wasted so much fucking I still have Denny's in my arteries from like 10 years
Dude,
ago,
me too. Yeah. But that story was a cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not cool, right? Like going through that, it sucks, but
100%.
It was a fun and exciting thing that happened to us.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Fucking so with longevity, you're talking about obviously doing strategic and stuff like that. When did you really get into like start doing tunnels and really lurking? Because I mean, you're a hard lurker.
Yeah. I've been doing that almost since the beginning.
Oh, really?
It wasn't as I wasn't as focused as I should have been, because now that I think about it, like, a lot of the spots I was doing graffiti at, they're still there, right?
Yeah.
And there's still pieces from like when I had first started, but I was so focused on doing pieces that I wish like I was kind of strategically placing other like tags or whatever, like other parts of graffiti, maybe in like the surrounding area. Would have been nice, but sorry, you asked when I started doing that, right?
Yeah, kind of like what
It's been since the beginning.
Since the
Because
beginning.
even when I was a toy, like,
how did you even think about going underground?
where I first started, like where I first was doing graffiti, I remember I was just like a knucklehead, so I just knew about certain like places to go.
Okay.
And like one of the places I remember doing graffiti was like a train trestle or a wall right before a train bridge.
Oh, okay.
And like a tunnel, like a tunnel where it's
so it like kind of opened your eyes to being like, okay, I have to think outside of the box to find
sure
graffiti in this town that you grew up in where there is no graffiti.
Exactly. And that idea kind of, I just kind of, that's the kind of the only way I knew how to do graffiti. So, and you can't bomb in the town that I grew up. I mean, I tried.
Yeah, you
and
get
I got
picked
caught
up quick. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I,
It's a common theme for non-city town
exactly
kids to go bombing. They're like, I'm gonna king this, and they're
Dude,
like, you're the only one here.
They know exactly. And you know what's crazy? I got caught one time when I was a child, a young man, a teenager.
Okay.
And
so it's off your record now. You can talk about it. I'm just fucking with you. You
Yeah,
say what you want.
Yeah. Nah, I got caught. And I remember like years later, I was like in the town where I had started. And I'm like getting fast food, like pizza, something.
Minding your own business.
Minding my own damn business. And I'm sitting there and there's this cop staring at me. And he's like,
I remember you, boy.
yeah, dude. He was like, you still doing that stuff? I'm like, yo. Yeah, I
Chill,
am.
homie.
Yeah, I am. Why? Nah. I was like, dude, leave me alone, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to get dinner. Like, leave me alone, dude.
That's fucking hilarious.
But yeah, in towns like that, you can't bomb.
How many years do you think that was from the moment that he rapped you to like years later when he saw you?
At least 4 years. I mean, I feel like if you look at me, like I got like a figure or a face that's hard to forget. So like this guy's looking at me, he's like, I know exactly who this dude is, you know?
Damn, that's hella funny.
But yeah, maybe like at least 4 years, because I almost forgot. And I'm like, why is this guy looking at me so hard?
Yeah. And you'd been popped many times after that. So you, right?
In that town, I got caught. I've been caught multiple times.
So you know the police force in general.
I just see him. I'm like, this dickhead. I know this dickhead, dickhead.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like small town vibes, you know? Like these dudes just know, like they don't got nothing else to do.
No,
So,
they really don't. So,
yeah.
And like graffiti writers are probably few and far between. So
Oh yeah.
you know, rather than the local crackheads that they deal with, they're
Sure.
like, oh, I know this kid.
I stuck out like a sore thumb. Yeah,
Damn.
for sure. But you know, like that's far from where I'm at now. Physically, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't have to deal with that stuff. Fortunately.
That's pretty funny though.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm just trying to get a fucking slice of cheese,
dude. It was annoying. Yeah, and I remember that story all the time. You know.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Yeah, dude. Like coming, you know, like I said, I pay attention a lot to, you know, the peninsula and whatnot, and lurking and doing that, and like the closer I get to San Jose, the more and more I see your shit.
Sure.
You know, and I've bumped into so many things, and I do want to start maybe talking about scribes.
Okay.
I gotta say, for me, when it comes to graffiti, I love trains, I love tunnels, but where I get my rocks off is scribes.
Sure.
I fucking love scribing a mirror. I try to do one at least once a day.
Me too.
You know, so it's like 365 fucking Mr.365 today. But I gotta say, and I'm probably mispronouncing that, but the two people in my eyes when it comes to scribing that I chase, and I will never ever fucking catch up to, but is you and once again I'll probably mispronounce it, but Pseudo.
Yeah, that's pronounced correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit. There you go.
He's also 365 too.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, tell him. Hats off, bro.
Yeah.
Myan says he jocks your shit.
Dude, yeah. I jock his stuff. I was a fan of him.
Yeah.
And his graffiti before we even knew each other. And the way I met this guy, it was like, you know the Spider-Man meme where like they're pointing
hell
at?
Yeah.
It was that when I met this guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I
met
met
you
him.
guys both scribing, and all of a sudden you're like,
dude, it was a crazy story. I don't want to. This is another crazy graffiti story, but it was. We were at a place where people do graffiti,
sure,
illegal, and we were both wearing things that didn't like mesh well.
Mesh well?
Yeah, like I'll say I was wearing a vest, right? Like a safety vest. Oh, yeah. And he's like, "Oh shoot, like this dude's a worker or whatever."
Yeah.
But pretty much I ran into this dude, I'm asking questions. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" Like,
yeah. Was he wearing a vest too? Or something?
No, he was wearing far from a vest. It was
okay.
like something that someone wouldn't be wearing in this location.
Hazmat suit.
Something else, something
All right,
bizarre. So I'm not even gonna admit it. I'm not even gonna say
I'm
it.
gonna ask you off mic.
Sure, yeah. I was like asking him questions. I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Like, you like art? You know, like,
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I like art. I'm like graffiti art. He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, then what do you write, bro? You know, like, he's like, I write
bullshitting.
Dude, he's like, I write pseudo. I'm like, dude, I know who you are, bro.
Yeah.
I write this name.
Yeah.
He's like, I just saw your scribe today.
Yeah,
I'm like,
sick.
dude, like, you're the best. Like, it was
You're the king of scribes.
like our faces lit up. But I was also with another homie
Yeah.
who's also 365 too.
Okay.
And he's like, yo, what do you write? It was this dude that writes Dafu with me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, I write Dafu. And
I met him like last month, I think.
Oh,
For
really?
the first time, yeah. Yeah, because, you know, that's one thing I really like about San Jose is that, like, the art community is so close.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, San Jose really supports themselves. I mean, there's art fairs everywhere, but not on the scale that San Jose goes.
Sure. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You
Oh,
think so?
100%. San Jose's mural works, mural artists, sign painters, graffiti writers, fucking rock stars, whatever, you all support each other so hard. And so I was at, I don't know, it was maybe like a First Fridays or some shit like
Sure.
that. And it's just a random ass fucking cutty little thing where they were like selling like Filipino food and weed and graffiti writers. Like, it was just such a random ass fucking thing.
Sure.
But like, you know, I was fucking chopping it, you know, I was with Monroe, and then he's like, oh yeah, that's DeFu. And I'm like, oh, nice to meet you, bro. Fucking definitely seen your shit. Like,
yeah. Hell
know?
yeah.
And
Yeah. Oh, can I just finish
yeah,
the story?
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I met that dude with my boy, Defu.
Yeah.
And from that point onward, it's just been like awesome
Folks.
friendship. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
and I was like talking to everyone. I'm like, this dude is like, that's the homie already.
Yeah.
He knows what's up.
Yeah.
We've gone days just scribing.
Yeah.
Like that, you know, to go back into the scribing.
Yeah.
We've gone days scribing, like spent a whole day scribing.
Yeah.
So
Just literally just you're like, all right, we're just gonna go out scribing.
exactly.
Fuck.
Yeah. So that's why it's like that. And also, before I met this guy,
Yeah.
I noticed his scribes, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
You can't go anywhere in the
Sure.
Bay Area without seeing you and Pseudo scribes.
sure, yeah. I mean, also too, there's a reason. Like, we're both very dedicated, right?
Yeah.
There's other there's other really up scribers that I noticed too.
Sure.
But he was for sure like the guy where I was like, oh, this dude is also doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I like want to know who this guy is.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he isn't up in like all these like establishments, like food establishments, fast food spots. I'm like, this dude is probably like a really big dude. That was like my
This
first
fat motherfucker.
dude. That was my first initial thought. But
Yeah.
after I met him, I'm like, this guy isn't that big.
He's just going into scribe.
Exactly. I'm like, he just either pisses
He's smart.
a lot.
You know what it is? Pseudo's probably thought, well, graffiti writers are pieces of shit. They eat shit food. I'm going to go scribe there so they see it.
But also, too, it's not just like fast food spots. This dude's in every spot. He's just dedicated.
Every
like,
gas station I ever walk into,
Exactly.
like as soon as I see a gas station, I'm like, pull over. We're going to get that scribe. real quick,
Exactly.
you know, like, yeah, 100%, dude. So, okay. So Pseudo and you are for sure like the people that I am like, okay,
Thank you.
once again, I'll never get to where you guys are at, but I really do try to scribe as hard as I can. Like I fucking love it. Who would you, in your eyes, think like other than Pseudo, people that you really are like, yo, those fools get it with the scribes?
Depends on the region.
Okay.
But I'm like, where I grew up and between where I grew up and the place I live at now, there's it's few and far between. Like people that are really, really dedicated. But Sayer,
Oh yeah,
yeah, Sayer
yeah.
Arts,
That's fucking
Arts Crew,
sexy ass
DTC.
Y.
Yeah.
I love that.
No, wait. SAER.
S-A-E-R.
He writes Sayer Arts Crew.
He doesn't do SAYER as well.
I don't think so.
Really?
All the scribes I've seen, it's just SAER.
No shit. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm thinking of someone else because I've seen Sayer SAYER.
Maybe.
Yeah, and he'll
Maybe.
do like a U for the Y, and then the body of the Y is just a scribble down.
Possibly.
Uh,
Yeah.
If
Dude,
if you ever get a hold of him, or if I ever get a hold of him, I'll ask him, like, you ever flip your shit?
I'm going to admit something to you.
Sure.
I don't keep up with graffiti
Yeah.
anymore. And the only graffiti I keep up with is me doing my graffiti. And
Fire.
as arrogant as that sounds, like I just don't really focus on graffiti like I used to.
Okay.
So I still do it. I'm like still very
about
it. But
you kind of separated yourself from the scene.
I mean, all my homies do graffiti.
Sure.
And everyone that I meet, that I still like people that I like to meet are my homies, and
Okay.
they all do graffiti.
Gotcha.
So the only way I kind of pay attention to graffiti is if someone says something. Like now I'm
Gotcha.
gonna be like Sayer, Sayer. Like I'm gonna be focusing on that name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's
right.
kind of the only way I'll keep up with graffiti. Like I
Gotcha.
don't ever look at graffiti on Instagram.
Gotcha.
You know, like I'll admit it. I don't ever look at it.
So you're like more like, if I see it on the streets, I saw it.
Exactly.
That's what's up, though.
And I travel.
I mean, that's a very old school. That's how it was, right?
Sure.
Before the
Yeah.
internet. If you weren't up, if I didn't, I mean, to this day, like I say it all the time, the people that I fuck with the hardest, it's because I've met you.
Sure.
If I'm in a tunnel and all of a sudden
I'm
I
the
see some
same.
random dude walking in,
Dude.
I'm like, yo, what do you write?
Straight up, I'm the same way. Like since the beginning.
Yeah.
Like I was doing graffiti before Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And when I noticed this spike in activity, especially on Instagram, it got so overwhelming fast. And also too, like the one thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong way when I was really active,
Sure.
was like someone would be like, "Have you seen this person?" I'm like, "No, I've never seen that." They're like, how have you never seen that?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm like in the Bay. Why would I pay attention to graffiti in Salt Lake?"
Oh,
you know, why would I know that?
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
So not to say like that's a bad thing, but I'm so immediate with this. Goes for like not just graffiti. This is everything that I enjoy.
Uh-huh.
It's something that's either close by, or like my favorite graffiti writers are people from San Jose.
Yeah.
Like my all-time favorite are not like, also, sorry, I'm all scrambled.
It's
brain.
all good, bro. I have ADHD. Like, people constantly talking about how I'm autistic and shit like that. Like,
Can I drop some more names?
Yeah, drop as many as
Okay,
you want. Like,
okay. Before I start going off on a tangent,
go, dude.
Sayer, okay?
Yeah.
Dude, Smear, MLS, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Legendary Scriber,
Okay.
legendary Cuddy Tagger,
Yeah.
Shark too. Shark, BTM, VTS,
Yeah.
Cuddies.
Shark Smear, those stickers
Bro.
are everywhere.
My favorite, and they're my favorite not because like they're doing what I'm doing, but because I see them. Like they're local. Like they do stuff that I see.
No, bro. Shark and Smear, you can't see those fucking stickers anywhere. You can't go anywhere in the world.
Bro, Shark, legend.
Yeah.
I was like taking a dump in Uniqlo in Manhattan, bro. Like,
Uniqlo.
yeah, I was
Fire.
Upstairs, like in Manhattan, all the way at the top.
Yeah.
I'm like, I gotta
Blow it up.
I gotta blow this up.
Yeah.
Only scribe in there was a Smear scribe.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
sick.
Okay, wait. Sayer, Shark, Smear, Pseudo, obviously.
Yeah.
All S names. Blink.
Blink.
RBU, RNU, Seattle, Portland,
okay.
Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
Too Much, REM,
Oh yeah.
super up.
Yeah. I'm like you too, dude. Honestly, it's not that I don't give a fuck, but I really don't give a fuck about anything outside of the Bay Area.
Sure.
I mean, like, when I was like young, of course I was into like MSK. They're from LA,
Sure.
OTR, like BTM. There's tons of crews that I really respect outside of the Bay Area,
Sure.
but genuinely I don't give a fuck. Not to discredit them at all, but like if it's literally not in the Bay Area, I could care less.
You know what gets a grasp on me
What?
is like, I'll notice a name, one name, right? And then if I see that one name in like something somewhere super cutty or maybe international or like across the country, I'm like, oh, that's the same name I seen here.
Yeah.
It like
Yep.
like solidifies in my head like this person, even if they're not up.
Yeah.
I'm like, this person's up.
Yeah.
They've been where I've been.
Yeah. No,
So-
I mean, I agree with you on that. Because, I
Yeah.
mean, with the last podcast, I was talking to Sater, and he's part of ATT. And
Yeah.
I told him the only reason I even knew ATT is because I saw a Rapes piece with
Yeah.
Leader. Lead and Rapes did a piece in Petaluma, and I was like, yo,
Leader, how do you spell leader?
Lead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
A-OK, I am okay.
The homie.
Yeah. Shout out to him, man. I was telling you
Shout
earlier.
out Lead.
Yeah, I just fucking...
He doesn't know how to use a scribe though.
What are you
Sorry.
talking about? That fool's hell up with the scribes. That fool fucking gets it. But yeah, I obviously had known Lead. I curated an art show in 2015, and Lead was in it.
Oh, dope.
So I got to meet him through that. And so I seen him and Rapes, and I'd never heard of Rapes, and I'd never heard of ATT.
Yeah.
But after that, I saw Rapes piece, I was like, whoa, this dude is fucking sick.
Yeah.
And then I looked into it, and I was like, okay, now I fuck with these fools. You
Yeah,
know?
dude, that's
But if it
how I
had
am.
it not been here in the Bay Area physically in front of me, I could care less.
Also, on the record, Lead is the homie. Or Lead is the homie.
Yeah.
But and how I met that dude is
Yeah.
also really cool too.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
I won't
If you
go
don't
too
want- you
I
didn't-
won't go too far into detail, but
Okay.
there's let's just say another homie of mine, legendary dude, Myan, TWB.
Okay.
One of the best graffiti writers in the world,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
One of the best hands.
Bet for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, Cower was telling me how he was hanging out with him out in Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, damn, I'm jelly.
Yeah.
Actually, I hope mine doesn't get mad at this, but because he's in my head, a legendary Bay Area writer,
Yeah.
I side busted the fuck out of him in a scribe in Japan.
He's gonna get really mad.
Really?
No,
Think so?
I'm just kidding.
Fuck. I'm sorry,
he's a cool
Mine.
dude.
I'm in Japan. I see a mine tag. I'm like, yo,
Sure.
it's a Bay Area fucking writer. I gotta fucking put, I didn't like get hella close to him. It was like an inch space, but still,
Yeah.
I was like, yo, Bay Area writers in Japan.
Also, too, on the record, I think like side busting
Yeah.
is people think it's a diss, and it may be a diss, but there's a respectful way to side bust.
Oh, okay.
And I think that in the South Bay, that's a thing.
Okay.
Like it's almost like an ode. Like this person's here. Oh, dope. I'm gonna do something. Maybe not do something that might get it buffed,
Yeah.
but do something close enough to be like, I was here too.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a cool way of looking
And a
at
lot
it.
of people, like, I know a lot of people get rubbed the wrong way about side busting, but dude, I've been side busted hundreds. I don't know, how
Time and
many,
time
a
again.
lot of
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of times, you
Yeah.
know. And and it doesn't rub me the wrong way.
You're like, fuck yeah, you got that, homie.
Exactly,
Yeah, that's sick.
especially with the scribes. Like, someone does a scribe next to my scribe, I'm like,
Side
oh,
busting all your scribes from now on.
you can. I mean,
I'm just fucking with you. But yeah.
it's gonna be hard to catch up.
No,
but-
I'm not gonna be able to catch up, man. Fucking who is it? I think Torch was telling me or something. Like you took like a cross country trip, and like fucking raped the shit out of like the entire trip, scribing every little crazy.
Did he
stop.
see it? Did he?
Uh,
I've never met Torch.
Torch and Odom,
Okay,
I believe, but I know Odom for sure has driven to New York many times.
dope.
And he's like, bro, Oyum scribes are everywhere,
That's
like
dope.
across the country, like.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean that's something I focused on, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool to hear.
Yeah, no, I mean, fuck, it's like, like I said, you can't go anywhere without seeing fucking, dude, I see your scribes everywhere, even like the littlest ones, bro. Like
Yeah.
when you're just like super tiny and you're
Sure.
the only one there.
Yeah,
And I'm like, well, now I gotta go here.
dude, that's cool. That's good to hear.
Yeah, it's fucked now because now I'm gonna send you. Well, you're gonna get annoyed because I'm gonna send you pictures every single day if I really do start
Yeah.
sending you scribe pictures.
Do one a week.
All right, I'll limit it.
Let's create that boundary now.
Yeah. It's good. It's healthy boundaries. People need to learn that.
Yeah, that's true.
That's sick, man. Fucking any particular scribe that you like? I mean, there's so many different
Oh,
styles
like
of tool.
physical
Yeah,
tool?
actual tool. What do you
Dude, I
use?
just use my fingernail No, I'm just kidding. No, I actually here. Let me show you.
You keep that motherfucking thing on you.
I'll show it to you because
That's funny because I always have my scribe on me.
because no one can see it, but it's just like a regular scribe, but I always cut it down like this.
Oh.
I don't know why. I'm just like kind of fixated on it being
Okay,
a certain size.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's fresh. So this isn't from anybody.
No. Yeah.
No,
Well,
this
I
is
mean,
like Home Depot or some shit like that.
somewhere like that.
And then you cut them down and shave it so that's comfortable.
Sure.
So, yeah. We're crossing swords here. Yeah, I use the Jabber scribe.
Oh, Jabber has scribes?
Yeah, Jabber has so like that.
Oh, that's cool.
That part is to open paint buckets,
Yeah.
and then it unscrews. So I just have it. I have a keychain connected to my wallet, so it's literally when I pick my wallet up, I always have a scribe on me.
That's dope. I
Never leave home without it.
me neither. But there's this like can I show you this? Man, this
Please.
is probably like boring conversation to people listening.
Anyone that's a real fucking writer is like the scribe game. Fuck
So
yeah, I want to see.
You see this tip?
Yeah.
It's not how it should be yet. There's a way that chips off.
Oh,
and
is
it's
this
like
carbide?
Yeah. It chips off.
So do you rotate when you scribe?
I do whatever it takes.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. But yeah, I do the same thing with the Jabber scribe. It's a carbide tip, and so when depending on how much I've used it on one side, I'll have to rotate it so it gets resharpened on the other side.
So check this out. I like when this chips off, right? I've gone to the point where you physically couldn't scribe with this anymore,
and you're still scribing it.
and you can't like because all the material is worn off so far down
God
that
damn.
you physically like the carbide isn't there to catch.
Yeah.
So I had to throw it away and get a new one.
Damn.
But it was like a scribe I've had forever. And it was small. I've lost it a couple times, but
How often do you think you go through these scribes?
that last one I had,
Yeah.
I probably had it for maybe 3 years.
Okay. Yeah.
But,
I've had this Jabber scribe for about the same time.
I'm surprised. Like I've never lost this one. I'm just like
You just got it in your pocket. I mean, my shit's attached to me.
I know.
You
But
should drill a hole and put a keychain in it.
I've tried.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've tried to do it on the top right here and
Smart.
whatever. But yeah, that's what I use.
Inside details on scribes.
You know how everyone's like, "Yo, if you had to use
Love
one tool for the rest of your one
Yeah,
graffiti tool,
it's
to me
scribe.
it's the scribe."
Yeah. Yeah. So you would completely cut paint,
Yes.
streakers,
100%.
mops, scribes.
Yes. I would only have a scribe for
Yeah.
the rest of my life.
That's sick.
And not a lot of people would.
No, I
can
fucking
tell.
love scribes, man. And my hands suck so bad. I never catch scribe tags. I catch scribe throwies.
Okay.
That's the only thing I do because I just my tags suck so hard.
I always thought about like my tag sucking, and it's not the best tag, but I just can't not do a tag, a scribe tag. But yeah, what were we talking about before?
Fuck if I know, dog.
Okay.
You fucking.
Let me go back to the.
I got goldfish memory, bro. You can't ask me shit that I did fucking
Dude,
5 minutes ago.
I wanna like.
I was really
this-
excited about this scribe conversation, but no, please go ahead.
I just want to establish the list, like.
Yeah.
And this goes with just the stuff that I've seen, and you can't really take a photo of a scribe, so like maybe that's what's cool about it. Like it's kind of what you only see with your eyes, but for sure, this is a never-ending list. But off the top of my head, is Sayer, Pseudo, Shark, Smear, Blink, Too Much, and I want to say even Gats. Gats has a lot of scribes.
Yeah.
I seen a Gat scribe in Elko, Nevada.
No, and he does like the full on fucking like mask, squid, tentacles and shit.
yeah.
I love it.
He's a pretty good. He's a really good scriber
Yeah,
too.
yeah. No,
but
for
yeah,
sure.
Plant Trees.
Oh yeah.
Plant Trees has a lot of cool.
Yeah.
Check.
Oh yeah.
Check has scribes.
Shout out Check.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't know this. Super Cutty with Check's UGS.
Yeah, I know that.
Oh really?
I do know that. Yeah.
But you're actually with it. You know, there's
Yeah.
there's Cutty people that I'll talk to them like, yeah, Check's UGS, and be like, what?
Yeah.
Since when? I'm like, since like the early 2000s.
Sure.
But obviously, reps BMB POP.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's a fucking OG right there. I love Chex shit.
Yeah, I met him in a really weird way. Too.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
But yeah, that's the scribe list.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking A. Yeah. I agree with that list. It's a great fucking list of scribers. For sure. The only one that I'll personally add to, and this is really fucking cutty and only Peninsula writers will get this, is Pawn 1.
Oh yeah, I know. I've seen Pawn 1.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. You know who else is really up to? Is this guy that writes Fun 1 RBS.
Fun 1.
Fun 1, yeah.
I'm gonna have to pay attention to that.
That dude is really up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
But once you start like leaving the area, like there's certain people I see that are just obviously they're on the road.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, there's this guy that does, I don't know who it is or what they even write, but it's like a sock, a sock.
Straight sock.
A sock. And it looks like it's like smelly or something. Like he's doing like a smelly line.
Yeah.
But
little smelly squiggles.
That dude is up.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Sock smell, huh? And it's, you only, I mean, I've never seen it, or at least maybe I haven't. I've looked over it. But like, do you see it mostly in San Jose?
No, not in San Jose at all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just like
elsewhere.
Elsewhere, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sick, man. So fucking, you travel a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's traveling like for you?
It's cool.
Yeah.
It depends, like if I'm doing it for leisure or for like business, I guess. I think that's kind of what dulled my interest in discovery of graffiti because of how much I see.
Oh, okay.
You know, as like bad as it sounds,
It's too saturated.
It's just hard to, it's not that it's saturated, but for me it's hard to pay attention.
Yeah.
So like I can't really focus on the graffiti because of like all these places I'm going to.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Do you at least, it's one thing that I like to do is like a fun little game for me, depending on where I'm at. If I'm in a completely different area, I'm like, all right, let me see. I always have a rank of like the top 3 people that I see in whatever place I travel to.
Okay. I don't, wait.
So like I'll pay it, this is just like my stupid thing. This is like me mentally. I don't actually like do anything with it. I don't document it. But like just like, you know, for example, like Barcelona, in my head, Pops is one of the most up motherfuckers ever.
They write Pops?
Yeah, Pops.
Okay.
You know, like you go around everywhere, you just see Pop straights everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like I like doing in this head where like, you know, it's like you see the graffiti, you acknowledge it. I couldn't care less about Barcelona graffiti, to be honest with you. Other than that, I mean, I remember Pops just because he was so up, you know. But I see it, and I always like to be like, all right, this fool kills it here.
Yeah.
Other than that, there's no other acknowledgement to that, you know.
Who else in Barcelona?
What's his name? I don't know his name, but he does this weird alien face.
Huh.
It's like just an alien shape, but he gets it super hard. There's a question mark that gets it super hard in Barcelona.
Yeah.
There's just, you know, there's just certain things, you know. It's like obviously, you know, character writers.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on character writers, but but you know, it's a symbol, right? So like it instantly catches your eye, and then you just see it. It's at this point, it's branding.
Sure.
If anyone goes on my Flickr and goes to the Barcelona, I've been to Barcelona twice, and goes on that album, you'll see who's up.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I do like to that is one thing I document a lot. So for me, it's like I'll go fucking rock like 500 pictures.
Hell yeah.
You know, just being like, fuck it, I was here, let me flick everything, you know. And then I'll lurk hella hard. And it's one thing I always make room anytime I paint. I'm like, okay, there's, you know, say whatever, like if I have shit to do, right? Because we're adults and we have shit to do all the time. I'll be like, all right, I got a 3-hour window. I have to figure out in my head, I have to have at least 2 hours to paint, to do a simple burner or something like that, minimal colors.
Yeah.
And then at least an hour to go walk around and just take pictures of everything.
Sure.
You know, just so that I, you know, it's like I'm in this spot. I have to document what's new.
Right.
Unless I'm repeating a spot and there's only like, you know, 2 new pieces there, then it's like, that's easy work.
Sure.
But I always make that time to document as much as I can. So I don't know. That's just something, whatever.
That's valid. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw you in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so sick.
I've been there a couple times.
Who are you with? I can pull up the picture right now while you're talking about this.
Dafu. I was with Dafu out there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, some other 365 dudes.
Were you with Glenn?
Yeah, Glenn was out there. but I've been there multiple times, so
Yeah. How do you like Japan?
it's cool.
You speak any?
No, I don't. Yeah.
Nihongo ga wakarimasu ka?
What does that mean?
Do you understand Japanese?
I do not. But yeah, that was just like one of my little travels, and yeah, I was able to get down out there. I
Yeah.
painted with
Yeah, here we go.
yeah, Sticks. Yeah, that's a cool.
Oh,
That spot
Sticks-
was really cool.
Sticks was with you guys?
Sticks was with us. Mint. We were with Mint.
Oh, Minto. I fucking love Minto shit.
Yeah, we
You
were.
know, I didn't recognize Sticks, so that's why I only framed it with you, Dafu, and Glenn.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I mean that was just like a connect that we had.
Okay.
So
Sticks is from out there.
they're all yeah. The other three on that lineup are from
Yeah,
Japan.
jetpacks in Japan, huh?
Dude, no. Though actually, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
How'd
There
you
were
guys get
porta
up that?
potties right there.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
So you guys climbed up on some porta potties to get those
Yes.
floaters?
Yes.
That's so hilarious because when I was, I was obviously like, oh shit, Bay Area people in Japan.
Yeah.
I got excited and I started taking pictures. I was like, these motherfuckers flew all the way out here with a jetpack.
Nah, dude. Yeah, I don't know why there. It was like
That's cutty because there's no reason for people to physically be there.
those are the only floaters, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. There was like a weird, like a structure, so we all climbed up on top of it and just did those.
So you couldn't see the pieces underneath because they
No.
were behind the structure.
Exactly. No.
Wow.
Yeah, at that same spot, like down
Yeah.
the river,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
waterway.
Yeah.
We had some like fill-ins on the bottom too.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
but it was like a little further down. That spot we painted. You know how like the transit there, it doesn't like operate after midnight.
Yeah, yeah.
So we had to pull an all-nighter, and we were like so like
So you hit the floaters and then you were like, well, fuck, we can't go back.
yeah.
Because
We had to wait till like 5 to take the train.
I was
back.
gonna say because from that spot, because that's actually technically Kawasaki. It's not even Tokyo anymore.
Oh, okay.
So to hop on the JR from Kawasaki to Tokyo is like what, a solid 45 minutes.
It was a mission.
Yeah, it's fucking. Because I met up with Zeker. He's a writer out there.
Okay.
And he was like, yeah, fucking, I'll take you to like my one cutty spot. And he's like, but you got to meet me here at 5 a.m. And I was like,
Yeah.
all right, so I fucking got up at like 4, hopped on the fucking the Hanzaman line, and then like connected to the JR line, and then went all the way down to Kawasaki, and that's when we painted. And then on the way back, he was like telling me, he's like, yeah, I know Bucket, and I was like, wow, that's
Oh yeah.
fucking random.
No, Bucket's out in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually have flicks of some old Bucket stuff
Really?
in Japan. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was like shocked that
Oh,
he was like
yo.
pulling up fucking Bay Area writers.
I want to put this on record too.
Yeah.
Bucket, Scribe King.
Yeah.
Also too.
Yeah,
South
yeah.
Bay for sure.
Yeah,
Like a lot of and Cuddy Tag King too.
yeah,
He has tags, Cuddy has tags everywhere. Like
Yeah.
a lot of them are dissed, unfortunately, but even the disses are like fading, and you could see these
his
old
tags coming through.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we connected that, and he was like, "I'm gonna take you to one more spot," and then that's when we went here, because he had just painted. I forget what he painted, but I remember seeing the 24K spell out the 24 killers.
Oh, dope. Yeah.
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 And I was like, okay,
Those
that's
guys
fucking
get
sick.
down,
dude. Yeah, they do.
especially out there. They're really up.
Yeah.
I think even I remember seeing a lot of 24K in Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Huge fucking 24K in Hawaii.
Yeah, they were up out there too.
So I remember coming around the bend and I looked up and I was like, no fucking way. I was like, Jesus, I can't get away from these fucking guys.
That's dope.
Yeah, fucking Japan's awesome. I fuck with Japan. Shout out to Japan homies, Watu out in Osaka.
Dope.
It's-
Osaka's dope.
Yeah.
Beautiful city.
Yeah. I always joke around because obviously it's nowhere near close, but like Osaka is the Oakland and Tokyo is San Francisco. If you look at it that way, just because Tokyo is very city and like upscale and like fast paced moving, and Oakland, it's like it's more hood there. For Japan standards.
For sure. I was gonna say it's
quotations.
It's far to. This is my personal opinion. It's far from like.
It's not actually
like
hood.
hood. Yeah,
but you see roll downs with throwies and shit like
Sure,
that.
yeah.
And it's like, oh shit.
It's not as like tapped in, I guess, as like. Well, I mean, Tokyo's crushed.
I feel like it's very centralized in Harajuku though.
Sure, yeah,
Like,
Shinjuku, Shibuya.
Yeah, I feel like
Harajuku,
you
yeah.
see Cuddy tags and stickers everywhere,
Sure,
but very much Harajuku, Shinjuku, all that.
yeah,
That's where it's like it's very kept
sure.
in that area as far as like throwies. It's crushed,
Yeah.
100%. But I feel like the city itself is like, it's like, you know, it would be saying like San Francisco, like nothing's crushed in the city except for Tenderloin.
It goes in waves, I heard.
Really?
So when we got there,
Change districts every couple of years.
well, what happened was we were like, it felt like a cakewalk, right? Like doing graffiti there.
Yeah,
But I heard that the year after,
yeah.
actually the same year we were there, the Olympics were going to happen.
Oh, okay.
And they like really cracked down.
Oh, 100%.
And-
Obviously, they want the image to be flawless.
Exactly. And the
Yeah.
same thing happened here. It happened because there was a Super Bowl here. in
Oh,
San
I
Jose.
remember that.
And everything
remember
was
that.
getting buffed, and they were trying to like
Yeah.
beautify whatever.
San
whatever.
Francisco got fucking super cleaned up. I
Yeah.
remember seeing the Super Bowl. I don't even remember. I don't give a fuck about football, but
Yeah.
like I think it was like Super Bowl 40 or some shit like that. But I remember seeing big plastic fucking Super Bowl 40 fucking ads everywhere, and it was just like, yeah, I remember.
You know what's dope though? Like because of how much like Cuddy stuff.
Open more spots.
Well, I was just gonna say like because of the emphasis on the graffiti in San Jose being Cuddy or like hidden.
Yeah,
Everything's still there.
Yeah,
Everything's
sick.
still rocking. you know?
Yeah.
All these like crazy tunnel spots and
yeah,
train walls, like
sure.
they're all still rocking, which is
So the
dope.
street spots were getting buffed, but obviously all the Cuddy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's definitely more what you're into nowadays.
I mean that's what I've always been into.
Yeah,
but
always. Yeah, that's what's up, man. Fucking any other places you've traveled internationally?
I've been to like China.
Really?
Yeah.
How's China?
I'd rather not say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
that's fine.
It was not as like
It's
easy
chill.
to navigate
Yeah.
as Japan.
I mean, Japan's
I'll
just
say
fucking
that.
straight grids. Everything's like
Yeah.
fucking engineered,
Yeah.
right? I really want to go to China, like really bad, because
It's really big.
yeah.
Yeah, and I've had American homies live there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like they were living in like cuttier towns,
Oh, no
but
shit.
it's still massive and it's still like a major city.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go to the Great Wall just because I have like this fucking fetish to hit all seven wonders of the world.
Okay.
You know, because I've done.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard Katsu hit it.
Oh, really?
Nah, there's like
Oh.
an old Photoshop photo of
Oh.
like Katsu on the Great Wall.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, that was like one of the first early graffiti things I remember seeing.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah, I want to hit all seven, man, because I've hit Machu Picchu, the Colosseum in Italy, and Chichen Itza. So it's like
Okay.
I have the Great Wall of China, Great Wall of China, the Pyramids of Giza, Petra in Jordan, which
Okay.
are very close to each other. So if you go to Egypt, you can hop into Jordan hella easy.
Dope.
And then the last one is Christ the Redeemer in Brazil,
Okay.
which would be cool to see because there's so much crazy graffiti in Brazil.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, pixacotes,
Yeah.
or
like-
whatever. There's like a specific style of writing.
yeah.
That
For
shit's
sure.
tight.
I think that's dope too.
Yeah, I also really like Osgimos.
Oh,
from
yeah.
Sao Paulo. Like those dudes are fucking sick.
Yeah, that's like Leeds homies.
Yeah, they're VTS.
Then also maybe AOK.
AOK probably.
Yeah, they're crewed up.
Yeah. No, they're sick. I've definitely. I was fucking this Brazilian girl, and she was like telling me, she's like, "You ever heard of them?" And that's when I got into it. This was years, like fucking a decade ago. And I
Yeah.
was just like, oh, they're sick.
Yeah, they're cool. That's like I remember when I was first getting into graffiti that was a name I would see online, you know.
Yeah.
When I was like, you know, on 12 ounce.
Do you ever see oh god, I don't even remember, but it's, you know, this now you go on YouTube and you see fucking a million graffiti YouTube
Yeah.
videos, but back then there wasn't that many, right? It was like Infamy,
Sure.
Bomb It, right?
Yeah.
Those are like the main ones.
You know what was really big at the time was the SDK from Canada.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was like,
yo.
I just remember, dude. I remember
that's graffiti ASMR before graffiti ASMR was a thing. Because
exactly.
they would post a 3-hour video of them painting with no music, not edited.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
I remember that's how I found out about kills. Because there's
Oh.
like videos of them like painting with kills, and I used to like
That was the easiest shit to rack because it was always on the opposite aisle from the paint.
exact. I was gonna say like
Yeah.
and also too
Yeah.
after I found out about that, I like fell in love with only using kills too.
Okay.
And I still
So you're
have
just
like
doing white fills all day.
tagged whatever
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and the tip on those,
Okay.
that's like to me that's like a
Your favorite cap?
yeah, exactly.
Really?
And because you could do that on a dollar can, and they changed the tip.
Oh,
They don't got that
shit.
no more. Like it looks like kind of like a red New York.
Yeah.
With a like a fat like dirty tip,
Yeah.
and that thing is
It
like
used to look like a Boston, right?
that's what I think that's what it looks like now.
Oh, okay.
So they changed it to that. But
Gotcha.
those kind of aren't that good on the dollar cans no more
Yeah.
or whatever. But
But now they're $2.48.
dude,
Inflation, man. I was like,
I don't buy you know, not
I don't
to
buy
flex.
paint.
I don't buy paint.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like I don't
sorry,
ever
I'm a loser.
I used to. I would okay, I used to like
I'm just giving you shit.
I used to like get the dollar cans
Yeah.
and like get
Yeah.
other cans with it, and it's all $1, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I guess I do buy paint,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like
Yeah.
I'm not paying full price for it or whatever.
Oh, yeah, but I mean that.
But
the
also
dollar
too,
the dollar discount.
that's
yeah,
if
yeah,
I'm buying. That's
yeah.
if I'm giving
Yeah,
money
yeah,
to
yeah,
this
yeah,
institution or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I don't want to pay. I just don't want to pay money, you know, or whatever.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you,
But,
bro.
dude, that
if it wasn't
tip-
for racking, I'd be fucking homeless right now.
Dude, yeah, no, I feel that. That tip though, that tip on $1 black with
Yeah.
the kills outline, that's like the best it gets.
Yeah.
And I have trains like that.
Damn.
Like if you look at, and it's funny because you look at these trains and it's just a white outline. There's no more black.
Yeah, because the dollar faded
Yeah.
and the kills are still rocking hella
Yeah.
hard. That's hilarious. Yeah, because kills was always on the opposite side of the aisle.
Yeah,
It was always like all the rustas were fucking locked up, and then the kills would just be there.
I know.
And I'd be like, well, it's just white paint. Why am I not gonna take this?
We used to have like little techniques too. Like we would go to Osh and
Oh god.
like there would be cages, but in the auto department they'd have these tall. This was like at the blue store too, the big one. They'd have like auto black, and it's like the same thing as like a
Yeah.
regular black.
Oh really?
Yeah, like Rusto, right? And I'm like, oh, this is dope. Like,
You sound like you're like a writer from the 1980s and shit. Because I've talked to hella older
Bro,
writers that are like, yeah, we used to fucking do fills with car paint.
dude, I mean, I hate paying for stuff,
Yeah.
right? So, and man, I wish we were talking about this
Say it with your
earlier
chest.
because like,
I hate paint.
bro, I hate paying, but I love getting free stuff.
Oh, who doesn't?
You know, so
Yeah.
but as far as doing graffiti goes,
Yeah.
like getting free graffiti supplies and tools is
Uh-huh.
I think that I personally think it has to be done that way.
Yeah.
Still.
Well, it's a part of the culture.
Yeah. Because
100%.
and sometimes you get caught, right?
Yeah.
I've been caught, whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But like I'm like unlocking this feeling now.
Yeah.
Because I remember what it feels like seeing that there's a cage. I'm like, oh, whatever. I'll go to the auto
Yeah.
department, get a tall black, tall white in the auto
Sick.
section. I'm like, there it is, you know?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, kills. I mean, dollar paint in general, dude. Like the first couple of years of me painting was pretty much all. If you go on my personal Instagram, fucking, you scroll all the way down, you'll
Yeah.
see black fill, green outline, black fill, blue outline,
Yeah.
black fill, like orange outline, black fill, fucking white out. It's like it's literally just all. I'd do $3 fills and then like have an actual real Rusto black for cutbacks,
Yeah.
and that was just like what I did for so many years.
Sure.
So I was like, this is the easiest way for me to get paint, and
Yeah.
practice and not worry about it.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, a lot of the spray paint that I was acquiring was from like non-traditional places people would get it. So I did use a lot of car paint.
Okay.
I still do,
Yeah.
And if you look, like, I don't use caps, right? It's only the caps on the cans.
Oh, really? So everything you do is stock tip. You don't care about New York's,
No.
Legos.
I don't care about any of that.
Nice.
Yeah, I used to.
Yeah.
You know, there's some
Yeah.
stuff where like I had like old pieces or I do cut whatever, but I stopped caring. I only use the stock tip.
Interesting.
Yeah, but
Any particular reason why?
it's just easier.
It's like
You know
it's
what
just
I
there.
like? You know what I like? The tall silver resto,
Okay.
right? The tall, not the silver can.
Sure. Yeah.
That
The
tip,
standard one.
the high performance one.
Yeah, because there's the 2X, there's
Yeah.
the regular white resto,
Yeah.
and then at the top, there's like the silver one.
This
They're usually the top of the shelf, but yeah.
yeah, those.
Yeah.
So that tip,
That's
it's
your
like
jam.
fatter, right?
Okay.
And I would use that on like a regular resto. So if I want to do something nicer,
okay.
like that's the cut. But I like the stock tip on the resto so much that the reason why is because like you could stand far back and it's still almost like a solid line. It's not clean,
Sure.
but the line is consistent.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm painting on a freight train,
Yeah.
you can like there's various like depths to the wall to the surface, right? Because
Sure.
there's crevices.
Yeah.
So
If you're working on like if you're painting a waffle.
exactly,
Yeah.
right? Well, and anything that's like has a texture to
Sure.
it, right? This stock tip on the resto is always consistent,
Yeah.
right? And I paint in a way like I always do the outline first.
Okay.
Outline 3D. So I'll do the outline 3D and then I'll go in and start doing the fill in. So I don't have to cut it.
That's funny. Steiner
know?
does the same shit.
Yeah, I've painted with Steiner a couple of times and he
Yeah.
does that.
Yeah.
I'll name drop this. The person that taught me that, Skur H&R, Under Societies.
Oh, okay.
Like Cuddy Lurker,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That dude is from the area that I grew up in.
Oh, really?
And he gave me a chance when I was a toy. And that dude is one of the coolest dudes in my books.
Yeah, I fuck with
Because-
his Instagram.
Because he put on for me when no one else did at the
Yeah.
time.
Damn.
Right?
That's
Also,
tight.
too, can I start name dropping people?
This is your episode.
Isaac, Chiefs, crew.
yeah.
That dude put me on a hell of spots.
Oh, really?
Like the tunnels, the back, the freaking everything. He's the one. He's why I know Monroe.
Gotcha.
Right. Like this
Yeah.
guy was my bridge to like San Jose's and the people in San Jose early on.
Ah, word.
Isaac. Yeah. Have you ever met Isaac?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That dude is a dope dude to me. You know,
Yeah.
like he put me on a lot.
That's what's up.
Yeah. But okay, yeah, those are just two names I had to put out there because
sure.
they were essential to like my
To you getting into the San Jose culture.
not just San Jose, but like
graffiti in general.
graffiti and my mentality with graffiti for sure.
Ah, word.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Fuck yeah, man. Stock tip pimp.
That's all I do. I don't I mean
Yeah.
and not I don't want to sound like I'm special,
Yeah.
right? But like I don't need the caps.
Just for you, that works.
My style, like whatever, like
Yeah.
for my sanity, I only use the stock tip.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, hey, man, to each his own, you know? Fucking graffiti is what you do.
yeah,
Fuck anyone else.
sure.
I'm such a slave to fucking caps.
Yeah.
New York fills every day of the week, outlined with Legos. That's my shit. Every day.
Lego's the yellow one, right?
Yeah.
That's new, right?
Yeah, well, it's kind of new. Actually, they're going extinct.
Really?
Yeah, I guess from what I had, because when I went to Barcelona, you know, I go to the Montana shop,
Yeah.
and I remember buying a little case of Legos. I was like, oh, fuck, I didn't bring any Legos, so we'll just go to the Montana shop and get some. And he's like, you just bought the last case. And I was like,
Oh wow.
okay, when are you going to re-up? And he's like, no, that's it.
Never.
Yeah, he was like, I guess the dude in Brazil who owns the patent for the Legos, his warehouse caught on fire and like just ruined everything. And
Oh.
you know, so whatever Legos are out there in the world, that's it. From what I was told,
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong, but
I'm like still like a racking tips. Like that was like the thing that I like to do, right?
I was fuck, I forget who was it, but on another podcast we
Dude.
were talking about that the stone cleaner is fucking good shit. It's like a Boston.
So you know like the Boston. I didn't know him as the Boston, right? That's a new name.
Oh, okay.
Like, cuz I was racking those cuz
Okay.
they weren't green.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
used to be able to get them off the.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, I'm hella putting people on game. Everyone knows this,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, well,
If you don't know this, you're a
toys
toy.
don't. Yeah,
All
I
right.
was gonna say
Anyways,
toys don't know this.
you
but-
know about this, but I remember.
Yeah.
Do you remember when it switched? Like before the was a Resto fat.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, no shit.
So that's why I was racking those. And I remember, this is stupid, so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I would spend a whole day
just
racking
going around
tips
because
because I was
have
like,
a bunch of them.
yeah, and I had a
Okay.
bag of like 100 of them.
There you go.
You know, and I'm like, this is so stupid. Like, why do I have 100?
Why not?
Yeah, that's true. Why not? But yeah, I remember. There used to be this. I don't. It probably still exists, but there was a thin, like.
Oh, really?
It was on this glass cleaner, and it looked like but it was a thinner line, and that's how I would do like cuts, like on my pieces.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. So the glass cleaner is the same company that makes the stone cleaner,
Okay.
and it's like a medium fat.
It's called.
I don't know, to be honest
Dude,
with
I'm
you.
dry snitching right now. Oh man, I'm putting people on.
I'm gonna be
no one racks tips no more.
I mean, no, not really. No,
That's like old.
I do. It's just naturally embedded. You know,
Yeah.
like literally, like it's you know, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say what store I go to or what city, but like it's right by the bathroom. So every time I take a piss, or 9 times out of 10, if I'm gonna go paint with Steiner or Sopa, it's always early in the morning. I have my coffee, and by the time I get pick colors, I have to shit.
Okay.
So I run over to the bathroom, fucking destroy it.
Damn, you just name dropped where you get the tips.
Oh well, I can beep it out.
Okay.
You just got me on that one. I would have completely forgotten, or in post production, I would have been editing this and I'd be like, "Fuck, I said it." See, I'm telling you, bro, fish memory. But yeah, so I go take my shit, and then as soon as I walk out, I walk right back over by the fucking the island.
Dude, you should bleep out the product I say.
I will.
Okay, dope.
Yeah, I got
Just
you.
so it's
I
like
got you.
it sounds cooler than it actually is. It's
Yeah,
like,
you
bleep,
fucking
bleep,
toys
bleep.
can't know. But yeah, so then I'll go over by the stone cleaner for, like, you know, the rich island.
Sure.
You know, rich people obviously have islands. I
Yeah.
don't. This is like a plastic countertop at my house.
Yeah.
But that stone cleaner works great, and I fucking rack it every time. And,
That's dope.
I've been a couple times with homies where they're like, "What?" They like laugh at me. They're like, "Bro, I got like fucking 20 New Yorks. You gonna just have one?" I'm like, "Man, fuck you. Just let me do me."
Yeah. Yeah.
You know. So I feel that. No.
When also too, this is unrelated, but I think one of my favorite parts of graffiti and doing graffiti was like finding things and making my own stuff.
Oh
like,
yeah.
And yo, like, not to get it twisted, like that stuff was available, but I just like
The DIY
yeah,
aspect of it.
yeah, exactly.
Did you ever do an ultra wide with a deodorant and a dry eraser?
I used to use not with a deodorant. I would use like the one with the ball and pop
Oh,
the ball off and
yeah,
just
yeah.
make like a mop, right?
Okay,
Like
yeah.
that. That's like
or
an
just
old
like-
school. That's New York mop.
Yeah,
right?
or like
Yeah.
shoe cleaner.
Yeah, I
mean,
was
that's-
gonna say, like, this is kind of
Kids don't do that no more. Now they just go buy crinks and, you know.
people don't use.
I mean, I
Oh,
I do.
I mean,
This is like, you know,
That's-
a household name for
yeah.
old school writers. But
dude,
nowadays,
that's like graffiti tutorial. You type like how to do graffiti, and if there's a tutorial,
there's
it's
a
rack
mop.
mop.
Yeah, no, mops are, dude, fucking. Who was I just talking? Oh, Odom. I was at the yard
Yeah.
with Odom. We did a UGS. We did Usually Getting Spooky.
Nice.
Well, to be honest, and I know if he talks to anyone, they'd be like, this piece of shit only did one pumpkin, and it's true because I was working on a panel with Tenshi, but Torch and Odom were doing a Usually Getting Spooky, and he was like, you guys, you can go do a panel, but at least help us with the pumpkins. I did one pumpkin, and then Tenshi was like, that pumpkin looks like shit, so I'm gonna do the other pumpkin, and I was like, all right, whatever. But anyways, my point is it was hella dark because obviously it's at night. Odom grabbed a purple thinking it was a black, and he did an L, and it was the only miscolored.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he was like, dude, it's damn near black, but it just has a purple sheen. It's like Garvey ink. And I was like, whoa, I haven't thought
Yeah.
about Garvey in years.
Yeah, that's before my time.
Garvey ink?
Yeah.
Really? Okay. Yeah. Garvey ink was just like the shit, but it was black ink, but when you would hit it, it had a slight purple.
Yeah, I know.
to
I know
it.
what Garvey is.
Okay, yeah. You fucked with like Marsh and shit back in the day.
Dude.
K grade.
Were you able to rack that in stores?
I don't fucking remember, to be honest with
If
you.
you
Dude.
couldn't-
We're talking like 20.
Yeah.
10, it's I could barely remember what we were talking about 5 minutes ago.
I'm trying to think of what was big at the time when I was like getting supplies like in the store.
I used to cut. I would go get like the 50, 100 packs of Bic pens.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And then just cut every
the
individual
alcohol?
pen, and
Yeah.
then extrude it that way.
That
and
was
then-
like too tedious, so I
Yeah.
did that like a couple times. But my favorite thing to do was I would just get the little pints of Resto, and people still do this.
yeah.
And I don't even thin it out. I just put it in a mop and pull the little plastic thing out.
Yeah.
And just go crazy and throw the mop away. I'm not really a mop guy,
Okay.
but
Every
every time.
Cower was saying the same thing in the last podcast. He's
Yeah.
like, I just use Resto Silver straight out the
Oh yeah,
can on a mop. He goes,
I
"Oh,
have tags from like more than 10 years ago,
still running.
still running
Damn.
from just that, like a
Damn.
silver Resto.
That's funny because silver usually fades.
Maybe because of like it's like enamel, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like really thick,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
When you use Resto, it is kind of protruding, and when they buff it, you could still see
Yeah.
the tag, right?
yeah.
That goes with those like Stops Rust cans too,
Oh yeah.
right? Like
yeah.
you can catch a tag with the Stops Rust can, and if they buff it, you could still kind of see like. That's why I like Mean Streaks.
Yeah.
When you catch a tag with a Mean Streak and they buff it, you can see the texture of the Mean Streak still.
Yeah. I
Right?
hate mean streaks because they're soft.
Really? That's the best, dude. A black tanker
Yeah.
on a hot day.
Oh yeah.
with the mean
it's
streak?
like butter.
Oh my!
But that's with
God.
any solidified pen, you
But
do
the Mean Streak is like, I don't know what it is, man. Like
that gets you off.
other than it's free, it's like perfect, right?
Okay, well you got me there for sure. Not me and fucking Odom splitting fucking boxes of Sakuras on Amazon.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember like, so the place that I used to get the black streakers.
Yeah.
I don't even think they make it anymore.
Oh really?
Like Deco Color used to make.
Oh yeah. Holy
Streakers.
shit.
And
Decos.
yo,
I fucking hate decos.
straight up, dude, I used to like acquire as many as I could.
Yeah.
And I would sell like a bag.
On the jug.
Stupid. Like it's so dumb. I would like rack 100
Yeah.
and sell people this like bag of streakers.
Hell yeah.
Or like I've sold people bags
10
of
packs.
Elmers, bags of Prestos, bags of anything you can get in the store. I would sell a bag of it
Yeah.
for like
I love Presto tags.
yeah. I'm not crazy.
You're not a big
about it.
Presto person? I love Prestos on a nice rusty pole. Come back
Yeah.
a few years later and it's like slightly tinted yellow.
I like the ones in Japan. They're white,
Oh,
but
yeah,
they're
yeah.
also pentel.
Yeah.
And but the tube is like an actual like tube. It's not like the flat shape of a Presto.
Yeah.
I like using those. It
Yeah.
feels good in your hand.
Yeah. Fucking Japan's pen game is so sick.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah.
I do like some art outside of
Okay, sick.
graffiti,
Yeah.
and I also do really like Japanese stationery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Japanese stationery is sick. There's San Jose's Japantown's pretty tiny.
Yeah, but well, I wouldn't wreck stuff. I wouldn't acquire stuff there.
Yeah, because it's small business.
You can. I mean, there's like products in like big box stores that
Yeah.
are made in Japan, and I just choose to gravitate to those products.
Word. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually rock
Oh yeah.
in Japantown here in the city.
Yeah, I remember. I used to get streakers there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, they have a lot
boxes of
Sakura products.
I used to get boxes of
None of that
yeah,
shit's in there anymore.
I don't want to even name drop it. I
It's
just
all
don't
good,
want to
yeah.
like reveal these cool things that.
But all the
these
shit that we're
people don't.
talking about is like, it's one, people don't do it, and then two, a lot of that shit, they're hip to
Really?
the game because fucking dude, fucking.
Do you remember those like I used to get like
No, it's
these
all good.
really big sets of like artist markers? I'm not even gonna say the name because I don't want people to Google it. But
Yeah.
and just make some money, right? Just
Yeah.
get these big markers.
Well,
And
the jug is always,
can I give you an unpopular opinion? Like I love racking
Please.
from mom and pops. because it's easy. Because it's easy and it's there. Like, that's my favorite.
There's
like,
a special place in hell for you, man.
For 100%. I love it because, like, and also,
oh fuck,
dude, this one spot I used to go to when I was a youngster. They used to
fucking died.
Dude.
I'm sorry, this shit is hella funny.
It's all good. They used to have yellow mean streaks.
Oh, okay.
You ever seen those?
Yeah. They used to also have red ones that kind of turned pink after they'd age.
Have you ever found one in person and seen it?
No.
I did. And I took all
Damn.
12, you know?
All 12.
I took every single one.
You're like, right on, mom and pop.
But it was a mom and pop. Like, that's hella mean, but...
You're a piece of shit.
Yeah, dude. Whatever.
I want to see if these things are still around. Yellow mean streak.
They have to be.
Yep.
Yeah, they have to be.
669 at Office Depot.
They don't have them at Office. It's probably online. Well, because the way those used to be, I don't know if this is my experience. I've been to places where, like, you know, you're like sweet talking the person there, like,
oh yeah,
yeah,
that's
this?
the classic, yeah.
And they're like, yo, we can order them, and those used to come in boxes of 12.
Oh, okay.
So, like, the places I would go to, they have
You'd
these.
be like, yeah, order them, and then you wait for them to get stocked.
Oh yeah, exactly. Or
My
I like
man's over here playing chess.
Yeah. I was deceptive, man. That's now that I'm going to hell, because that was mean, man. You're out there like trying to like mislead this person.
Yeah, for sure. They have no idea.
Yeah.
I love places that are not hip to it. You know, you're just so unaware.
I feel like though most people are. So it's just about
when
like
you venture outside of the Bay Area though, and you're like in cutty spots. That's when it's like,
dude, there's spots in the Bay that like I feel like no one knows about. That there's places that I know about that still have the hard hat restos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with like a regular tip.
I have a cutty spot for Prestos.
I've probably been there.
Yeah,
Seriously.
We're gonna say this off mic.
Okay. Well, because this
is a lot of incriminating shit.
I know. Well, I'm not. No.
By the way, AITB is all fantasy, and this is a paid actor. This isn't actually Oyum.
I'm just a window shopper.
Oh
and
yeah,
I just know where to find. These cool things.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, you got to keep the supplies supplied, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here, let's get back on topic. We were here fucking a huge tangent about racking and shit.
I bet
everyone that's listening to this is like, these pieces of shit.
Everyone already has stopped listening to the podcast at this point.
No, you'd be surprised. Okay, so Monroe actually sent me a bunch of great questions to ask you.
Dope.
Let's see here. Oh, well, you know what? Actually, before we get into that, I did want to ask, actually.
Sure.
If you don't have to talk about NLT, but they're like, you know, why you're no longer with them, but like at least what was the beginning of 365? How did you know?
Oh, 365. It was just like a crew. Mm-hmm. I still kick it with a bunch of homies. Mm-hmm. We were all just like people that used to paint together and kick it. We went to school together.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So it's just a bunch of pretty much people that are in it now. Like we were just all painting together already.
Okay.
And then it formed. We formed it.
Okay.
And I'm like one of the first.
Sure.
And it just.
When did it start?
I want to say maybe 2017.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like old like pieces, like tunnel spots that I've painted.
Okay.
Where I throw it up.
Nice.
And there's like some dudes that are in like Osh were in it. This dude who's in it now that writes Timid.
Okay.
Timid, Cuddy Scriber.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cuddy South Bay, Cuddy Scribe God.
I think I've definitely seen that for sure.
100%. Cuddy tags like Cuddy tags, Cuddy Scribes.
Sick.
He's 365, but he's
Was there any specific meaning for it? Why you decided to be 365, or just because we get it 365?
It's just a cool name, you know. It doesn't have to be deeper than it is, but we just liked it, and yeah, it kind of formed around that time, to 2017-ish. But What was the question? How it
But
formed?
just how it formed and shit.
We've known each other way before that.
So all the
And-
homies just kicking in. You're like,
Exactly.
let's turn it into a crew.
Exactly.
That's sick.
Yeah, some of us were in crews together. Some of like other members were in crews together.
Gotcha.
And it was just kind of like this.
We all fuck with each other. Let's make it happen.
I kind of feel like it needed to happen, and it kind of made sense because once it happened, people were like, "Yo, I was like wondering when that was gonna happen."
Oh,
You know what I mean?
interesting.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here.
Also, too, on the record, I wanna officially say it started the first time I went to Japan
Oh, really?
because we made stickers. It's me, Glenn, Dafu, 365, like on a sticker.
Okay.
Some eggshells.
Yeah.
They're still around.
Yeah.
That's what kind of like solidified it. We're like, yo, let's bring it back. Like, let's push it. We should do that. And
So
I'm
you
like,
did 365 just to like put something on a sticker, and then you're like, "Yo, I actually fuck with that."
Well, the name was before the sticker, but when we
okay.
went on this trip together,
Yeah.
we're like, yo, let's just do that. Like, and we did do it.
Damn, that's sick.
Yeah.
Let's see here. He was saying, I would ask him about experiences and challenges with having roommates that are also writers.
That's not a challenge.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I don't think it's a challenge at all.
Okay.
Because like, I feel like, especially my like friends that also do graffiti, they have good common sense, and I feel like not having common sense is a challenge that I have with certain like friends or people I
Okay.
encounter. Like sometimes I'll like meet people. I'm like, this person has a hard time like thinking of being like intuitive or
okay.
or like in like
They're not with the
instinctually
shits.
doing something that seems to me like should happen already, right? So like
Gotcha.
graffiti dudes, especially the people that I'm friends with, have common sense.
Gotcha.
So
They just get it.
yeah, and also too, like I'm sure most people know, like graffiti dudes, they're not all. It's not just scumbags, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
doing graffiti is kind of scummy,
Yeah.
right? Whether depending on how you approach it,
Yeah.
you know. And I've met a lot of scumbag
For sure.
like graffiti dudes, but
Yeah. Yeah.
my homies are like they're pretty chill, normal dudes. So
Oh,
it's,
yeah,
it's,
I mean-
it's easy living with like graffiti dudes.
Yeah.
To my graffiti dudes
Word.
at least. Yeah.
This one was interesting because I feel like I try to push. Well, I don't try to push others. How do I word this right? I personally don't. I quit doing drugs. I quit drinking. Like I'll have a beer,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
with like friends at like a dive bar, but that's
Yeah.
about it. It'll never get crazier than that.
Sure.
I haven't been drunk in like a decade.
Okay.
With some
Congrats.
right on. He says with sobriety, chat about how sober bombers are going extra hard these days.
Wait.
Any take on that? Sobriety?
I mean, personally, I'm kind of I don't know who's who,
Yeah,
so
okay,
I don't
word.
know who's sober, and I don't know who I know sober, the graffiti writer. Like I don't know him personally, but he's up.
Yeah, yeah.
Like in San Jose too. Crazy. Anyway.
yeah, yeah.
I don't speaking from my experience, it doesn't necessarily what goes hand in hand is that because you are clear-minded and you aren't hindered by a certain substance while you're out doing graffiti, you have more like it's more thoughtful and more strategic because you are clear-minded.
Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I've been out like doing graffiti with people that have just got done drinking,
Yeah.
you know, doing a little bit of like substances,
Sure.
and it's like I have to look out for them,
Right, right.
right? Like
Yeah.
I'm doing graffiti, like
Because they're loose. as
you're the
hell.
lookout. Like
Yeah.
why do I gotta look out for you? Like
Yeah.
why do I gotta look out for the lookout?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
I personally don't want to be doing graffiti with someone that's under the influence of any sort of substances. And I personally am not under any substances when I'm doing graffiti.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's a important part of the process and the strategy, or That's important to strategically do graffiti.
Damn. Yeah, I fucks with that. I mean, I'm the same way, you know. I like to be
but to each his
on
own.
my P's and Q's.
Yeah, to each his own. Some people, like, maybe they overthink things, or maybe something wouldn't happen because they're too sober or something.
Gotcha, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
some people do some
Gotta
ballsy.
get loose.
Yeah, but also, too, like, it just seems a little dangerous sometimes, too.
Yeah.
Like, why would you do that while you're, doing this thing that
Fading.
could eventually, like, you could potentially end your life.
Yeah.
Because of, like,
Yeah.
what you're doing, whatever.
Let's see here. Do certain members in 365 having international reaches in some other subcultures outside of graph, have that had any perks relevant to your graffiti?
Not necessarily any perks, because it's not really a priority,
Yeah.
because it's for fun. And it's not like there's a goal. This process of like repping a crew together we don't have a goal. We just felt inclined to, like, group up because it was bound to happen.
Gotcha.
And because of how we operate, it just so enables us to be up in places that not since
Gotcha.
since we're kind of scattered.
Yeah.
It allows for us to be up in a certain way.
Gotcha.
You know
so
what I
it
mean?
wasn't necessarily about perks. It was just we just fuck with each other. But now that I'm in this area,
100%.
we can get it.
Exactly.
That's what's up. So there's a couple questions that Monroe had.
Cool.
Steiner says, "What is the specific favorite drink at Teaspoon?"
Liquid gold.
Is that what it is called?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it fire?
It's fire.
Yeah. What is it?
It's just like a milk tea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Liquid gold.
That's funny. Oh, yeah. Okay. I know why he's asking.
Yeah, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I've been to Teaspoon once, bro, and I had the hardest anxiety attack. That shit is so caffeinated.
I just remember, like, okay, I don't do drugs or drink, right?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, I don't do that.
Sure.
But I have, like, vices, I guess, that
Okay.
I gravitate towards, that I'm very, I enjoy a lot, right?
Okay.
And caffeine, I really enjoy caffeine.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what's up.
I drink coffee all the time. So
Yeah. Yeah.
at
I
all
love
times
coffee.
of the day, like, that's my favorite thing to do. And,
Really?
like, I like traveling and trying coffee from the area
Okay.
that I'm at. Like,
Yeah.
when I do travel, I wake up, I'm looking forward to waking up to try coffee in some place I've never been.
That's how you're starting your day every time.
I try to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's sick. I mean,
I told myself my goal is to vandalize every bathroom of every boutique coffee shop.
Yeah. No, it feels even better when it's like a fucking bougie ass coffee shop.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, this cappuccino's $10, but I did get a scribe in the bathroom.
So it's
and
worth
I
it.
did steal the Labo hand soap from the bathroom.
The fucking hand soap. That's fucking great. Yeah, no, I hear the fuck out of that. Coffee's awesome. But Teaspoon is just, like I said, I go to Mitsuwa a lot.
Sure.
I fucking love Mitsuwa.
Okay.
And Clover Bakery.
Yeah.
I'm just, I mean, my wife's half Japanese, so like,
Okay.
we go to Japan obviously, and so we're very immersed in Japanese culture, and so as a result, I've obsessed with Japanese food. So we go to Mitsuwa a lot to get everything. Actually, I'm really excited because we're in November, December, so Ozoni season is coming around. Ozoni is like a traditional New Year's Japanese soup, and so we have to go get all the supplies for that. But
Cool.
Mitsuwa fucking has the Teaspoon nearby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I fucking went into a Teaspoon, and I remember drinking it, and like within 30 minutes, I was like, my heart is gonna come out of my chest. It's pounding so fucking hard. That shit is intense. I was like, dude, and I drink fucking straight espresso like every morning, So I was like, no, fuck Teaspoon. Liquid gold. I might try it just because you say it's fire. So I'm gonna go to the user submitted questions since we're starting to obviously do questions from other people.
Okay.
Samir Zadeh says, ask him about the Sasha Grey stickers.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's old.
Yeah. Fuck with Sasha Grey.
Yeah, I was like a little young kid and
A little pervert.
Yeah,
Have
perverted.
her screaming at you.
Yeah, I just wanted something cool. But
I hated that. I thought she was so hot, but I hated that she talked.
Yeah, not me. I like that. I don't know. I don't even know why I made that. I was like,
All right, yeah.
I was a teenager when
She
I
was
made
just like
that.
a popular porn star at the time. You're
Sure.
like, yeah, I'm throwing her on.
Well, I was just like, yo, I want to make a cool sticker, and
Yeah.
I think that's a cool sticker. You
That's
know?
what's up.
And it's an old, really old sticker too.
Yeah.
Like that was like one of the first stickers I made,
Oh, nice.
and it's
So he's bringing it back with that question.
yeah. That, and I don't. You know what? I ordered those like one time. There's this like old school like sticker maker,
Yeah.
where they screen print
Yeah,
the
yeah,
stickers,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And those stickers from like, you should bleep that out.
I'm gonna, but I
Oh,
know
yeah.
exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about. Bro.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they made those stickers for me,
Yeah.
and
I've been printing with them for years.
okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
dope. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like one of my cutty little. I get it's not even that cutty.
You know what it was is that before I got into screen printing myself, I used them. I don't use them anymore because now I have all of the equipment here.
Really?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
yeah. So they use.
You're gonna bleep.
I'm
this
gonna bleep
out?
that out.
Okay,
Yeah,
alright.
yeah. Fuck all you toys. No, you actually have to have a wholesale license in order to get.
Oh,
Can't
dope.
buy it as like a regular person.
Dope. It's like UV proof, I'm assuming.
And bro, this shit is so toxic. I'll tell you right
Yeah.
now, man. You screen print this for a few hours, and if you don't do it outside, you will get vertigo.
Wow.
Like it is nuts. Shout out to Max. Hopefully he's listening to this. He's fuck, I don't even know, but he's in the Pacific Northwest. Actually, I do remember, but I'm not gonna dox him by saying where he's at. But he's a sick ass freight rider from the Pacific Northwest. He's also a screen printer,
Dope.
and he's told me about his fucking stories.
Dope. Oh,
And he's
shoot.
just like, bro, I don't fuck with that shit anymore.
Yeah.
I can't. And I'm like, damn, I do. Every
Yeah.
time I go to travel, what I do is I go to, because I like supporting the homie at 14th Street Supply. I buy a bunch of eggshells off of him.
Sure.
And then I come here and I screen print only with ink on hella eggshells. And I'll
Oh,
have
that's
like
dope.
several hundred eggshells.
Yeah.
And ink, I mean, it'll run for the next 25, 30 years and it'll look like it just got printed yesterday.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's fucking great ink.
I mean, like, you know, before I came here, I was trying to think of one meaningful thing to say
Ooh,
about
okay.
like graffiti.
Sure.
For me, at least,
Okay.
is I think the most important part of graffiti, other than the talent, like the skill of like making something nice,
Mm-hmm.
is the permanence of something.
Okay.
That's why I like to scribe so much.
Because it'll run.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be there for as long as like whatever surface you're scribing is going to be there.
Yeah.
And then they can try to cover it, which I've seen,
Yeah.
but like you can peel whatever's off or
Yeah,
sometimes like they
I've seen bars put stickers over things, and I'm like, bro, I'm ripping that shit.
have
right
you ever
off.
seen like on tile they'll like use like maybe you like what's in that, like maybe it's probably just rusto,
Mm-hmm.
but it'll still like seep in, you could still see
Yeah.
the ghost of the scribe.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think, and that's why I like the mean streak, right? Like you do a mean streak tag and the texture is just so slightly uneven that when you paint over it, you can still see it. Or a Presto,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Or Gorilla Glue, right?
Yeah.
Like just permanent. I like the permanence of the idea of making something as permanent as possible.
You're like, I know this is gonna run.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And those stickers from that,
Yeah.
maybe bleep those two words out together because it like incriminates it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Or like it puts people
But
on.
they're good stickers.
It's the best.
It just sucks
So-
waiting so long.
I don't mind, you know, like
no, I mean, I still do it. I mean, fuck,
Yeah.
there's a stack right there, but
Yeah, that's the best. That's like, but that's where those stickers are
that's
from.
the gold standard.
To me,
Sasha
and
Grey.
I got lucky because
Yeah.
I just found that by chance.
Oh, really?
Because there wasn't anyone making stickers.
Yeah.
You couldn't order eggshell
Yeah.
stickers.
Yeah. Yeah.
That dude, I think that company has
They've been around since '93.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
like and it's
No,
like
they're one of the originals.
yeah. So yeah, that's where that came from.
Triple OG. Okay, let's see here. Prod Kauki says, "What color is it?" It seems very like naughty.
Yeah, let's skip that one.
Let's see here. Fucking okay. Smash carton of milk just says hell yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, he's just super pumped.
Thank you.
This one I thought was really cool. Shout out to Hot Rod. He says, just a shout out for being one of my favorite writers. Big inspiration to me.
That's very thoughtful, and that makes me feel great.
Grism says, "Can I get some more whiteout pens?"
Dude, that's funny. Okay, all right. That's like one of the people I met when I was a youngster.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
him
yeah.
and like, I think it's actually some UGS dudes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had met up with them, and I like had
A bunch of whiteout pens?
yeah. Well, because I
You
used
just
to
on the
sell a
jug?
bunch of random ass
Yeah, yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, like, and I probably that's how I probably met Grism.
Yeah.
Through
Grism's
like,
cool dude, man. I actually haven't seen him in a long time, but
if I'm like, if my memory is correct,
Uh-huh.
I met Grism and someone in UGS
Okay.
and another dude who I see every once in a while,
Okay.
and that's how I met them.
Damn.
I sold them some stuff, like some supplies.
Yeah. I feel it. Fucking friends through the jug. Elab says, what's the best burger joint in the Bay?
The best burger joint in the Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, dude. I like Kirk's Steak Burgers in San Jose. That's a pretty good spot.
Okay.
Because I hang out in that area.
Okay.
That's kind of like my cool spot. Oh, Kenny's. There's a spot called Kenny's. They do a teriyaki burger.
Ooh.
It's near the airport, San Jose Airport.
Okay.
And it's like a cool spot. Like
Places I need to check out.
if you like are not from San Jose
Mm-hmm.
and would like to do something that feels like it's San Jose, go to that spot.
To Kenny's?
Yeah.
Okay. Sick. Let's see here. Isaiah 32 says, what inspired the Gorilla Glue Gold fill-in
Oh wow.
at the Swamps?
Oh, that's
he says
cool.
It's one of his faves.
Yeah, I remember.
You did a whole fill-in with Gorilla Glue?
I did.
Fire.
Yeah, that's crazy. And I remember racking, or
How many bottles of Gorilla Glue did that take?
it was 2 big ones.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I think there was a like someone on Instagram was like, "Yo, like I want to see the craziest graffiti like piece, you know? Like how can you do a crazy graffiti piece?"
In your head, you were like, "Oh,
I'm
I'm gonna
like,
do a fill-in with some crazy shit."
Yeah, I don't know why. I really don't know why. I want to say like, you know Vex KYT.
Yeah. Well, I don't know him, but I know of him, obviously.
So I don't know if it was Vex that was saying it,
Okay.
or if he won, like he had the craziest piece.
Yeah.
I forget,
Okay.
but that's why that I did that.
Damn.
Yeah, but I've done like
How'd you do it? You just literally what? Did you do your outline 3D first, and then
and I just went with the.
the Gorilla Glue
Yeah.
just foamed up?
I remember I brought like a brush to try to like make it an even even surface,
Oh.
but it didn't work.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still there. That's dope. That's a cool question.
Damn. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, Torch said, "Fucking, what's top 5 of the he sees scribe movie?" Obviously, we went over that.
Cool.
Ryu obviously said scribes is the number one thing you would do because Bay tags asked freight bombing or catching scribes. But let's see here.
Shout out Bay Tags. Yeah. He's like flicked my stuff from overseas too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sick. Let's see here. Arcane Symbol says, how did painting change your approach to life, money, friends, and relationships?
I mean it's caused a lot of problems in my life. But those problems are definitely not as like I'm willing to deal with those problems because of the things I've learned through the act of doing graffiti and who
Okay.
I've met through graffiti.
Okay.
And the connections and relationships I've birthed because of graffiti.
Okay.
I think the problems don't matter. Like the typical problems that people deal with
Yeah.
from like doing graffiti don't
Sure.
matter because of like these good connections and like the way I do things and my process of like how I do things is very subconsciously driven by like how I would do graffiti too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you move the same way in anything.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. That's sick. MX5 ERG 5erg and BBQ Brew 408 both asked about LC.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because
Cool.
MX5 or MX5 ERG. I don't know how you would pronounce that, but he says, ask him if he still reps LC and kicks it with Emerge.
Oh yeah, that's the homie. Yeah, that's one of my first early like graffiti homies.
Oh, okay.
From the area that we grew up. We used to paint a lot of trains together.
Okay. Sick.
And we had met through a mutual friend, and yeah, I still kick it with him. LC was just like a little. It was like we just wanted to do a crew and
Like a local crew?
yeah, just for
LC,
fun.
local crew.
Yeah, just for fun, you know.
Okay.
And one of the dudes that I first started doing graffiti with was in it, and then Emerge. Yeah,
Okay.
so it was like kind of just like us three.
That's sick.
Yeah,
That's tight. And then it's
Yeah.
evolved, obviously, into what it is today.
it kind of I mean, it just kind of fizzled, but like I still kick it with those dudes.
Una Palabra says, in the South Bay graph scene, how is it different from the rest of the Bay? If you could say, one, a thing or two.
The cuttiness is probably the number one thing,
Yeah.
right? Like the stuff that lasts is what's cuttiest. So, it's not as the importance of the cuttiness isn't as important in other. I mean, like this area we're in, right?
Yeah.
There's not really much visible graffiti,
Right.
so I'd say
It's
like
all cuts.
exactly
Yeah.
like an area like this, it's just as important.
Yeah.
But like the places where you do see graffiti visible, I guess to me it's like not as important to be as cutty as you would in San like in San Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, for sure.
that to me that's the main difference.
Okay.
Yeah. But also too, if you do visible graffiti, it has to be strategically placed.
Okay.
That strategy is noticeable when I see other like graffiti writers do that.
Okay. Hell yeah. And then Lurk for Letters asked this, and I guarantee this is probably like an impossible thing to answer, but how many scribes do you think he's ever done?
Oh wow.
If you could put like a somewhat of an idea in your head.
Definitely, maybe like, to be honest, let me think.
On an average day, how many scribes do you get?
I just scribed today, you know, and honestly,
For sure.
now
Now that you're in this area,
so
you're
the-
like, oh, I got to scribe.
well, you know, like it's not really I don't prioritize it like I used to,
Oh, okay.
but like today I scribed on something that I had to scribe on already,
Oh, really?
but it was like not even my name.
Interesting.
It was like other people, or I'll write weird thing. Like I'm just obsessive, right?
So sometimes you'll go to a spa and you won't scribe Oyum, you'll just write other people's names?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Or I'll scribe if
You have
I've
like
been
a
in the spot.
Cuddy side names?
I have a couple, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Those I don't even want to burn, but
No,
I do
it's all
throw.
good, yeah,
I
you
throw
know.
365, so you'll know what it is
So if you just see a 365, you're like, oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that was Oyum.
exactly.
That's
and it's sometimes it's an O name, like another O name.
Oh, okay.
But
Off mic, I'm going to ask you so I can
Sure.
keep an eye for it.
yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
But if I was to put a number to how many scribes I've done,
But on an average day, how many you think you do?
well, like at least one or two
Okay.
on an average day,
Okay.
right?
So at least 365.
At least. But I'm curious. I'd probably say at least 5,000, 6,000.
Yeah.
That seems pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
I was gonna give a bigger number, but like,
You want to be realistic?
yeah, to
Okay.
be realistic, and I do, cause do you really think I have like the most scribes?
Between you and Pseudo, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah. I
But
mean,
also-
fuck, dude. Like, yeah, no. You're a top contender, for sure.
I'm just trying to, yeah, I'd say 6,000,
Okay.
but maybe more, you know,
Yeah.
cause like I can.
When did you first get on describing? When did you, like,
I have scribes from when I was first doing graffiti, and it wasn't the name I write now, and I know where some of those scribes are
still?
still. Yeah.
Damn, that's tight.
And I was like 12.
At the time you weren't doing, though, like 1 to 2 scribes a day, right? It was more cutty.
Sure.
So when do you think that you were officially being like, oh man, I'm obsessed with this, I have to do this all the time?
2015.
It's 2015.
Yeah.
Okay.
2015 onward something had happened to me where I was like, I can't do what I typically do.
So that was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's 8 times 365 scribes a year. That's 2,920 scribes just on doing one a day.
Sure.
And sometimes you'll do 5.
Sure. Yeah. Sometimes I'll do 10 a day.
365 times 10. Oh, that would be fucking 3,650.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I've for sure have done more than, I'm sure I've done more than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just that's just an average.
Sure.
So an average would be close to.
Because there's like I said, there's spots where I'll come and I'll redo the tag, date it 10 years apart.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Or
that's sick.
like, there's, I don't know why, there's one mirror I could think of
Yeah.
where like I have a tag on that mirror from every year I've been there, and it's been from like 2016, like 16, 17, 18, up until 23.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, some of them are
I feel like
crossed
I just
out.
had this conversation with someone. I'm getting like weird deja vu.
But also like too, when I'm in the, like if I'm in a spot, like if I'm doing, like if I'm vandalizing a bathroom,
Yeah.
I'm like scratching the urinal, scratching the piece of like aluminum from the top of the stall.
Yeah.
I'm scratching the sink, the mirror, the hand dryer.
Do you only do tags, or do you ever fuck around and do something else?
I've done almost pieces with the scribe.
I do a couple strays here and there. Like I said, my tags suck, so I mostly just do my throwy for a scribe. But there is one spot, obviously I'll tell you, but I'm not going to say it on whatever,
Yeah.
where I've had to go back like 3-4 times to finish the same scribe because it's I'll say it's a store where you acquire food, not a restaurant, but ingredients.
Okay.
And you have to put in a code to get into the bathroom.
Okay.
So you can hear the beep, 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 before
Sure.
they open the door. So you have
Yeah.
time to be like, oh, I'm just washing my hands.
Yeah.
So I've been to that spot 3-4 times, and I have a 3-foot scribe,
Dope.
full burner letters,
Yeah.
with 3D,
That's cool.
doodads, arrows, bits, like
Yeah.
bubbles. It's obviously all a hollow.
That may be the first time someone's done that.
And I doubt that.
I mean, you know what? There's like infamous scribe. Oh, I'm gonna name drop a couple more people.
Please.
Battle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Battle.
Yeah. 6
Yo,
3.
Hemp 83.
Hemp 83.
Hemp 83.
Okay.
Like possibly the best scriber.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. Cuddy.
Damn.
Like dope. Like really up.
Yeah.
Legend.
I seen a battle tag in Shasta the other day.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah.
That dude, he killed it. Like for the time he was around.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hemp 83, man.
Damn.
That's a legendary scriber.
Damn. Yeah. No, that's fucking sick. Yeah, scribes are fucking awesome, man.
But yeah, I think I've done at least I want to say I've done at least 10,000. That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, fuck yeah, dude. Scribes are fun.
That sounds crazy though, huh?
Does it?
Because like you think about it, like you go to pull up to a strip mall. How many stores are there in a strip mall, right?
So do you think to yourself, I got to hit every single one of these stores?
That's what I do. That's what I've done. That's where I'm like,
Yeah.
I have a scribe in here, and here. I have scribes in establishments that have changed like 3 times around.
And then to say they haven't changed the
Or
mirror.
there's been a time like someone's told me like, yo, let's meet here. I've never been there. Okay, like that's my incentive to trying new things because I can scribe.
I've never been there. I'm gonna scribe there.
So I'll pull up, dude. Okay, I got a crazy ass scribe story.
Go ahead.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me finish the last one.
Yeah.
I've pulled up to spots where I thought I've never been. I go inside and I have a scribe in there.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, what?
That's a great feeling, right?
I've never been here before, but I've done the scribe because it
Yeah.
was something before. But yo, all right. So I went to this cafe, okay, and it's like not a cool cafe, okay.
Okay.
Like it's not dope.
right.
And I scribed the bathroom, the mirror.
Okay.
Okay, I remember where this was at because who I was with. Okay,
All right.
so we scribed the bathroom.
Sure.
And years later, 6 years later, I went to a cafe
In the
and
same spot.
in a different spot, and the mirror was there. Like they took the mirror and they put it in this new spot in a new physical location. I'm like, that's crazy. Like,
You know that. You know why? It's because they knew their shit was gonna get grilled.
Well, what I think happened was this place gone out of business.
Uh-huh.
So they took whatever they could to save the most money possible.
Oh.
And took the mirror too. And put this mirror in their new bathroom.
Mirrors are expensive.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry. I don't care. Like,
sorry.
I'm like this. I'm not gonna retract the statement. I'm not gonna retract my
No, bro. I love
assholeness
scribes.
about mom
Fuck
and
your
pops.
mirror.
Yeah. Sorry, mom and pop. I'll scribe their bathroom too. I'll go in their cutty ass bathroom. I'll scribe it. Employees only. Whatever.
Dude, I love that when you're like, yo, I gotta piss, and then they're like, we don't normally, and I'm like, that's all right, and I walk in and it's, or you know, it's funny. Tenchi does this to me all the time. She's always like, what's the bathroom in there like? And I'm like, it's a brand new mirror. And she's like, you're such a piece of shit. You started it off, huh? And I was like, I absolutely did.
Dude.
I don't give a fuck. I love popping a cherry on a mirror.
Me too. Yeah. You know what? I always think about this too. I feel like, it's unfortunate that like there's there's like women that do graffiti or people that can use a women's bathroom.
Sure.
People that typically use a women's bathroom and it's not as crushed.
Oh no, Tenchi always goes into the boys' bathroom.
Sure.
She's like, only guys will see it.
I've been to both. I'll go to both.
Oh, you rock both?
Yeah. Like if I could, I will. That's how obsessive I am about it.
Really?
Like, okay,
just for that time being, you have to identify as a woman.
Well, whatever, like whatever.
You're like, you don't know what I identify as, and there's just fucking grilled on the inside.
I'm a very inclusive person, anyone that feels comfortable going into those places, they could, whatever.
Well, yeah, oh no, I'm for sure. But it's actually one time, Tenchi, I caught a scribe at a burger joint.
Okay.
And Tenchi was like, man, fuck, I want to get it too. And I'm like, so go in there. And she's like, all right, bet, fuck it. And then, she's taking her time because she does her bunny.
Yeah.
And so she's doing her whole bunny with the wings, the halo, the stars, the whole 9 yards, right? She comes out and this dude is sitting there with his son and they're like, what are you doing here? And she's like, I'm a man. And he goes, what the fuck? And then he's just like, whatever. And I just started dying laughing. I was just like, whatever. She's like, fuck that fool. I'm getting my scribe. I'm like,
dude, there's been times I've went into a women's bathroom.
Yeah.
And I'll like walk out and a woman is waiting for me and I'm playing dumb like, oh, this is a women's bathroom? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Hey, bro, playing stupid helps so many times. Yeah. No, but I definitely love the Cuddy scribes. This is a fake story, but scribed a couple planes too.
Me too. Greyhound buses.
Yeah. I bet.
I've done scribes.
Planes are fire because you're like, dude, that's so...
It's ultimate cuts.
And like... Dude, I'm praying the day someone sends me a picture of a fucking scribed plane.
That's why I like to do that.
These are all fake stories, by the way, if anyone is listening.
One of my... Dude, you'll be surprised.
Yeah.
You'll be surprised because, people that do graffiti are normal people.
Oh, so hell yeah.
They do, like, these normal things, but they see things through the lens of, like, potential graffiti opportunities.
Sure. So
I don't think it's foreign to see scribes on airplanes. I've seen other people's scribes on airplanes.
Damn.
There's a lot of airplanes.
Yeah.
But
I got actually someone sent me a scribe the other day. They're like, fool, you scribed a fucking BART window. And I was like, oh man, that's when I was living in fucking Oakland.
Yeah.
And I was commuting to this side of the bay.
Yo, hey, can I take a piss real quick?
Go ahead.
Can you tell me where?
yeah. If you go to, not this door, but the next door, straight in.
I'll be back.
No, it's all good. We're going to go for a quick commercial break. Hey, did you see the wash your hands sign?
I did.
You got to catch a scribe on that before you leave.
All right, I will.
Yeah.
I will.
So for anyone that's interested, I straight up racked a sign that says employees must wash hands. And so the whole purpose of it is so that when I have guests over that are writers to scribe it. And so right now it's only people that have been on the podcast, like G Code, Lost, obviously Tenchi, Torch, now you.
Dope. Hell
yeah. You could even scribe Myan's bathroom.
Dude, dope. I'll scribe the mirror. No, I'm just kidding.
God.
No, I'm just joking.
I need that deposit back. Yeah, man. Fucking scribes are great. What were we just talking about?
The airplanes.
Yeah, we were talking about airplanes and shit, I don't remember.
it's just the cuttiest is noticed, you know, and like I don't care.
Yeah, you were saying that people still have the eyes of the how a writer would work, and they would see that shit.
Yeah, no matter how cutty you think it is, like if you have the capability of thinking about how cutty that is, someone else does.
Yeah.
So it's not like that foreign, because
Yeah.
why would you do it to begin with? There's things I've done where I guarantee no one will ever see it. Like
Really?
Yeah, for sure. But
That's fucking sick.
but
It's gonna run forever.
the
and, like,
off chance that's
10 years
you know,
from now, one person sees it. Do you date your stuff?
I usually do. Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be sick. You're just like in Arkansas,
Yeah.
and you just look down in a pole, and there's an Oyum 17.
Yeah, for sure.
That's sick.
I have stuff like, or places that I've revisited that I am very, very far away from. Or like maybe I don't even remember being there because like I'm on a road trip somewhere.
Dude.
And I'm like, oh shoot, I already hit this.
Yeah.
You know, type
Yeah.
of thing. But
Yeah, no,
But yeah.
that's a great feeling when you walk in. You know, actually, for me, one thing that really helped me was right when COVID hit and it was lockdown. I was doing DoorDash just because I needed to get out of the house.
sure.
I mean, I was still sneaking out to paint, but other than that, like I'd just be sitting here all day. If I wasn't painting, I'd just be here.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. I signed up for DoorDash, and dude, that was the lick because there was no one going into these bathrooms.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was just walk in and it'd be like, hey, I got this order, and they'd be like, it's not done yet. I'm like, can I use the bathroom in the meantime? Catch fucking 10 scribes a night,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And made money. I got paid to do scribes.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, I know a lot of people that do. So
Yeah,
that's, I mean, you know, because they have the opportunity to take to scribe,
Yeah.
they're getting paid to scribe.
I love that we've talked this much about scribes for on podcast.
I mean, if I want, okay, I sometimes I often think about not often. I think about my efforts, for like doing graffiti and my contributions to the culture. And if I want to be like known for something, I want it to be for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So that's why I do it like that.
Yeah.
And
That's sick.
And like it's something that I never knew would get that attention, but it's only for the type of people I want
Yeah.
that attention from. You
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I'm obviously not like
It didn't start with, okay, this is the goal, scribes. It was like, I'm going to get these no matter what.
I'll
And then
say-
eventually you were like, all right, now this is my shit.
I'll say this. That doing that is one of my like few graffiti goals now.
Damn.
Like that is what I prioritize doing, and that's one thing that I actually enjoy doing
Yeah.
graffiti wise.
Damn.
You know, I still like tag on the street,
Sure.
or I still put up like stickers.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you
Yeah.
know,
But what gets your rocks off is fucking...
it's the like the new scribe on the place I've never been, like stuff
Yeah.
like that, you know,
Yeah.
or someone else noticing it
Yeah.
because it's cutty, right?
Yeah.
That's what I want to be known for.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. I mean, I feel the fuck out of that. For
Yeah.
sure. I mean, that's definitely...
Graffiti goals, you know.
I mean, I'm right there with you, you know? Like I said it at the beginning of the podcast, I'll say it again. My goal is, and I know I'll never reach it, but my goal is literally I chase you and Pseudo.
yeah.
And that's how obsessed I am with scribes.
That's
I
dope.
mean, literally, like, Tenshi will just... She gets it, too.
Yeah.
You know, she scribes everywhere I catch a scribe is, you know, it's because we're obviously together, we're married, but I'll literally annoy the shit out of her because I'm like, I got to go in there. And she's just like, dude, we're like, you know, we'll go on a road trip, go
Yeah.
camping, whatever. And she's like, you know, you want to do this? I'm like, I know, but I got to get in there. It's
Yeah.
obsessive. It becomes something where it's in my head where I can't leave unless I know I got a scribe.
Yeah.
And I do it, dude. I got one the other day in Davis at a tea party,
What is that?
like a straight tea party with like layered little cucumber cream cheese
Oh, that's
sandwiches.
cool. Yeah,
you know,
that's dope.
trying like a cute little teas.
I just
walked, and I was like, "Where's the bathroom?" They're like, "Oh, it's in a dentist's office." And I was like, "Sick."
yeah.
It's the only scribe at this dentist's office. I don't
That's
give a
cool.
Fuck.
That's funny. I was when we were talking about like cutty scribes like on the airplanes, I was thinking of like a dentist office I scribed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a scribe at the and that one was fucking... I was nervous, to be honest with you, on that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of scribes in there, right?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember
there's only 3.
That's enough. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
more
yeah,
than
yeah,
one.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure. I'm not the only one that's done it,
Yeah.
but there's 3.
But
it's like you go to some places and it's like, dude, there's no space on a mirror.
dude, there's like been cutty places places I thought were cutty, like
Yeah.
like when I talked to a PO and you go in the elevator and there's like these other delinquents,
I love that.
like
Yeah.
in
On the elevator, yeah. On the plastic part where it shows you the number of the
well,
floor.
it's just like, dude,
grills.
I've seen crazy scribes, like people using knives, like key, like
Oh, yeah.
I'm so obsessive that
Yeah.
for the off chance I don't have a scribe, I'll use my key,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
if I don't have a key, I've gone to using my fingernail on drywall. That's how obsessive I am about it.
You're like, I'm going to leave with something.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like I'll find anything in the bathroom that's hard enough or blunt enough that I can physically catch some sort of etching on some part of the bathroom.
One time I didn't have anything on me at all, and I was in a taqueria, and I literally was like, what the fuck? And there was a lighter.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is gross because I'm touching it off of the floor, but I grabbed it. I
Yeah.
washed the part that I touch.
Yeah.
And then I took it to the ceiling and I like did it really close and
The
I did it
burn
hella
tags?
slowly and
Yeah.
exactly and just burnt a tag on the ceiling
Yeah.
with like the carbon.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And I was like, I gotta get something.
I wouldn't even say that's that gross.
It's just more so touching something off of the floor.
I've grabbed
It's in
a
the
lot of-
city.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's
You
good.
know,
That is
like-
gross. Yeah. Should have said that first.
Yeah. City taqueria floors are not the cleanest. Oh man. Yeah, good shit, dude. Fucking so one thing you've mentioned and I really liked is how you're always constantly talking about you're very strategic in the way that you plan things.
Yeah.
So I always ask this to everyone. How do you have work-life balance with graffiti? How do you manage that with like your day-to-day life versus like, you know, your obsessiveness over graffiti? Is there any issues with that? Do you ever come across that? Or are you just like, you're like, I got this locked in?
I don't ever work is not a priority for me.
Okay.
Like to me it's an obligation.
Gotcha.
So I don't think of work anything. I don't think of work as anything but like this obligation that I have. Right? Maybe that's my fault. Maybe that's because I love to, like, I have a lot of hobbies and I have a lot of interest in my life that make work feel so small to me.
Gotcha.
That like I never think about work outside of work.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you
And
just keep
also,
it pushing.
Yeah, I just keep it pushing. I've never like, it's never affected me. There's been jobs where like I quit because they don't give me the time off to
Go do what
to
you
do
need to
something I want to do.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay, then I won't see you next week. I'm sorry, I'm gone.
That's
Seriously.
sick. Yeah.
You know,
no, I feel
and
it.
then yeah, I just it's not a fact. It's a non-factor.
Gotcha.
Because I don't really ever dwell on it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. I mean,
But maybe that's just like that was like work I put in to feel that way about it. You know?
yeah. So I don't want to obviously put anything on blast as far as like your personal life, but
Okay.
is there any hobbies outside of graffiti that you'd be willing to talk about?
I like other creative outlets is I like photography. Well,
Sick.
you know what? Okay, hold on. Let me rephrase that. The reason why I like these things is because of graffiti.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Like I like documenting stuff because of graffiti.
Sick.
But I branched out, right? It's not just graffiti now. Or like collecting stuff like
Like that was like initially your intro into it, but it's obviously evolved into what it is today.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Same with like even something like acquiring stuff, right? Like I used to acquire graffiti stuff.
Yeah.
But now I have branched out of that and do other stuff like I acquire other stuff that's not graffiti stuff.
Gotcha.
Or I'm a hoarder. Like I have a big collection of a lot of stuff.
So you went from host scales to Pokemon cards.
No, not like that.
I'm just fucking with you.
Yeah, I mean, let me think of what else without saying too much.
Yeah.
Like I really like music.
Okay.
You know.
Sick.
So and I collect like CDs still.
Okay. Yeah.
I like to
I'm a big fan of vinyl.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I like.
Yeah.
I'm not too crazy about vinyl, but I do have some cool vinyl.
Yeah.
But I like enjoying music in other like cities.
Okay.
So I like to go to other cities to enjoy music, not just like where we're at.
Okay.
Like, why would I wait for a band just to come here or a group just to come here when I can do something fun, like go fly somewhere, experience it there, and then experience
paint
that city.
there, scribe there,
exactly,
watch the band,
exactly,
and then come back home.
Exactly.
That's a really cool outlook. You know what's funny is this is just showing my age, but like, this is gonna be dated and like probably aged terribly for people that listen to this years from now. But there's obviously that constant joke of everyone hating Creed.
I love Creed.
Thank you. I'm with the right person talking about this. But
Creed's dope, and they're coming back,
dude. So they're playing at Wheatland, which is like 3 hours away.
Yeah, that's right.
And I said to my homie, I was like, "You're not down," and he's like, 3 hours though, and I was like, bro, how hilarious. He goes, all you do is send me Creed memes on how fucking lame they are. I'm like, that's the point.
Yeah,
it's corny ass shit, but
no matter how much you say you don't like Creed, you do.
There's
like
a soft spot in my.
Yeah,
I literally have. You know, I don't know if because you said you don't pay attention to Graffiti on Instagram, so I don't know even if we follow each other, but I've been doing a lot of memes, and I have a Creed meme already in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Of how I'm gonna do it, but anyways, it's Creed, Three Doors Down, and Daughtry.
Okay,
it's like the corniest metal, dude. Like it really is. But there's, that was it when in the 2000s. Like I remember seeing Creed play at the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah.
Like that was a huge event. It's funny now that there's so many fucking memes about that. I'm like, dude, I remember seeing that on TV as just like a normal day. Yeah. I remember TRL and Creed would be on the top 10.
Sure.
So I was like, yo, let's go see Creed.
Yeah, I have like,
and the homies are just like, nah. Like
I have Creed. I have a bunch of Creed CDs.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Human Clay. That's like one of my favorite ones to listen to.
Yeah. That's the body coming out of the desert.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. That one. The imagery's dope.
Yeah. That's hilarious. We're talking about Creed on a podcast. But I was like, yo, let's fucking drive. And I'm like, dude, I've never heard of Wheatland.
Yeah, no, that's dope. Honestly, like, why would you want to wait till they come to like San Francisco?
Yeah.
Why don't you go out there and do it? That's like a cool experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it's a great way of looking at it. This was years ago, but have you ever heard of Bandmade? The band?
No.
It's 5 Japanese girls from Japan.
Sure.
And they just play kind of like a classic style rock.
Okay.
And they're called Bandmade.
Made like
maids.
I made it. Oh, maid. Okay.
Yeah. They're literally dressed like maids.
Okay.
And they're just like playing metal.
Yeah.
So they were touring with Baby Metal.
Yeah, I know Baby Metal.
Yeah, and they came to LA, and I was like, let's go. And they're like, I don't want to drive to LA for a concert. And I was like, man, I'm gonna just start driving by myself.
You
bro.
should, yeah. Those because like those are the.
I'd have loved to see Bandmade in fucking person,
dude. Those experiences, going that extra mile makes the experience much more memorable.
Yeah,
So
no, it's a great way of looking.
That's
at things.
just my perspective on it.
Bet.
Like any reason to like do something cool, like if the traveling aspect is like there, I want to do that.
Yeah, catch me in Oyum at fucking Creed.
Dude, catch a scribe in Wheatland, huh? Who has scribes in Wheatland?
Nobody.
Where is that?
I mean,
is it north of here?
Yeah, it's like past Sacramento.
Oh, okay. I mean, I probably got scribes in that area.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I just drove to Salt Lake, and I caught some scribes in like the mountain areas along the way. So
sick.
Yeah.
Dude, I love fucking scribing spots where it's just like, there's nothing here.
Yeah.
You know? It gets me off.
Same.
Yeah. That's sick. All right, bet. So music, photography. There's something more I think you said. No? Oh, whatever.
I don't want to like disclose too much because
Yeah,
then
no
like,
worries.
it might just stray too far from like the graffiti part of me, but
That's all right.
without like in like putting to it, I don't want people to put two and two together, so
Word. Yeah, I
or
understand.
whatever, you know.
So, what keeps you motivated to keep writing?
Not much.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't like not much keeps me motivated, but it's so integrated in my life that I just do it.
That's tight. You don't
Yeah.
need motivation. You're
No,
like,
I
no,
don't.
this is just an everyday. Like I
Yeah.
wake up and I fucking piss, shit, breathe, eat graffiti
Sure.
for yourself, obviously, because you
Yeah.
said you're not taking it from anywhere else. But
Well,
you're
there,
like,
you know, I've been doing it for like more than half my life,
yeah,
right? Or like you know, I've
Yeah.
done it for a long time.
Yeah.
So
this is all you know at this point.
it's not all I know. It's just like this thing that's so integrated in like my habits that I do it a lot. I
Yeah.
do it frequently, and I don't second guess it. I
Sick.
just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like
Oyum is graffiti.
maybe. Maybe.
Sick, man. Yeah, I mean, do you have anything else that you want to add on? Anything that you can think of that you want to put out there to the world and educate people on the trials and tribulations of Oyum?
Dude, I mean, if you know what's up, you know what's up. And don't stop learning. Keep doing the thing that you...
Oh, yeah, that's what... I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I was just going to say... Actually, go ahead and finish your thought, sorry.
I was just going to say, like, the thing that you think you want to do, go do it. Like, don't stop, don't hesitate, because you never know when you're going to have the opportunity to do those things.
Yeah.
So just go for that thing that you thought you'd never do.
Sick.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I was going to say what advice for the youth.
Yeah,
but that sounds like some great advice.
Yeah, take the as long as it's not too detrimental to like your future, don't regret not doing something that you wanted to do. You know what I mean? I've been doing cool. I feel like personally I've been doing cool things since I was young.
Yeah.
So I just want to keep doing cool things, and don't let like try not to let money like get in the way, because there is a way to do it if you need to.
For sure.
But yeah, just do that thing that you're even thinking about doing. Do it.
Yeah.
Don't not do it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Make it happen. There's always a way.
Yeah.
You know, you can hustle.
Even if I mean also too, like the idea is the first step, right? The execution and like getting there might seem like the second step, but that's what is the most important part.
Yeah, actually getting to that first step.
Yeah, like overcoming a challenge that you didn't realize was going to be a challenge is the best part of like it's better than the result.
Yeah. Going through the journey
Yeah, exactly.
than the actual goal.
Yeah.
I feel that 100%. That's absolutely great advice for
Yeah,
sure.
that's
Enjoy the
my-
journey.
Sometimes it's not enjoyable. Like there's been times where
Sure.
like I catch myself like thinking like, why am I doing this particular thing I'm doing? Why do I care so much about finishing it or like meeting a result that's somewhat satisfactory when it's like causing a lot of hurt or a lot of like doubt in myself? But once you do hit that goal, or you do meet the end, or you get results, you have that opportunity to reflect on what you did to get there, which is really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's great. A great point. The only other last question I have is, what would be your last meal?
Anything that I haven't scribed.
So if you were in prison, they're like, "What's your last meal?" I'm like, "Yo, hand me a scribe. I'm about to scribe the death penalty fucking chair."
I'm gonna smear peanut butter on the wall to solidify my name in peanut residue and oil on this paint.
God damn.
Nah.
That's what's
Probably hold on, let me think of a good meal. Probably just like a piece of Popeye's fried chicken. That's dope. That's great.
Yo, Popeyes is fire. you know what's funny is Tenchi's vegetarian. Well, not really, but like she tries to eat,
Okay.
Vegetarian animal alternatives,
Okay.
but when she's drunk, she wants Popeyes.
Okay. Yeah.
And she'll and I mean she's super tiny, so she'll be like, a couple beers in, and she'll look at me and she's like, I want chicken. I already know we're gonna go get some fucking Popeyes chicken and those dry ass fucking honey buns. Yeah, the biscuits. I fucking love those things. You ever looked at the fucking honey, dude? It's literally just corn syrup.
Yeah, I have.
I don't eat that shit no more. But
yeah, I'm pretty conscious about like food. I don't make good decisions, but I'm conscious about it. Like I still have I'm
pretty conscious about food, but I don't make right decisions.
Dude, I was just at a Brazilian steakhouse last night.
Jesus Christ. Is it the ones with the green and red where you just like keep it pushing? Like,
I was so being such
Did you get glutton. The meat sweats?
Oh yeah. But I was thinking about it. That's at what opportunity do you have
I haven't been one of those in years.
You could eat shrimp, chicken, beef,
just unlimited.
Pig,
yeah,
salmon,
just
all at the same time.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, for sure. No, it doesn't happen that often. I was actually shout out Emar. He just got married recently. The whole squad went to his wedding, and he had salmon, chicken, and fucking. They were cutting the big old piece of fucking beef right then and there. So it's like freshly cut. So I had a little bit of all three, and I was like, damn, I haven't had like surf and turf.
Yeah.
In a while. But that's hilarious. Okay, word. So anything else you want to add on? I mean, I'm out of questions or anything that you can think of.
No, I mean, just to put it on record, everything I've said is just my experience and perspective. I love the Bay Area. I love San Jose. I love the type of graffiti writer I've turned into because of San Jose.
Okay.
And what I said is just scratching the surface. Some of the best talent comes from San Jose, and the best graffiti writers come from San Jose. Some of them.
Yeah.
And you're not up all city. I hate to admit it, because you've never been to San Jose. I know who's been to San Jose.
Yeah.
And I can give a list of names that fit on my hand of who
is getting it.
Who can
South Bay, West Bay, North Bay, East Bay.
Exactly. And it's not who you think it is. But
yeah.
But yeah, San Jose is awesome. And if you want to like deep dive on like the history of San Jose graffiti and its subcultures, like you'll have, there's a lot of knowledge to expand on. It's cutty and it's special.
Yeah. So
do yourself a favor and like read up on that.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Let you peep the archives, flickr.com, 12 ounce profit.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man.
Dope.
So yeah, at the end of the episode, I always, give sources, but I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you want to be cutty or give any Instagram names.
Let's keep it cutty. The sources are on the street, dude.
Yeah,
You'll see who's up.
Yeah.
Just freaking look at the tiles. Look at the bathroom tiles and look at all the places that you think there wouldn't be graffiti. Yeah. And if there's graffiti there, that person is special.
Fuck yeah. All right. Well, shit, man. If for some reason you find Oyum on the internet, you do. If you don't, you don't. As far as me, I put my information out there like an idiot. But if you're coming off of a search, at bay_area_graffiti on Instagram for photography, useless memes, and a bunch of other dumb shit. My personal graffiti, what's your name? But name is spelled Naym, which is just Myan backwards. This episode is sponsored by my adapters. I just recently came out with
Oh, really?
Yeah, printing adapters. I actually have a little gift bag for you.
Oh, dope. Thanks, man.
So these are 4mm turbo adapters. They work on the huge turbo cans.
Oh, cool.
Because I was noticing, I mean, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel at all, but, you know, shout out to everyone, specifically Uprock. Like, I use Uprock adapters. I fucking love Uprock adapters. You know, I have Naka adapters. I have Sect adapters. You're a real one if you remember Sect adapters with the little
those.
rubber grommet. You remember that shit?
The pink ones.
Yeah,
right?
and if you lose the grommet, the whole fucking adapter's worthless now.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that's
I
hella
remember.
old school.
Do you remember drilling the hole on top
of the actual fucking stock cap? Yeah, for sure, 100%. So I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel. The only reason why I really started creating these adapters is really to support the podcast, because it's hundreds of dollars a year, because I go through a real distribution company to put this out.
Oh, dope.
As well as obviously all the equipment that I've purchased is just a lot of money that is just coming out of my pocket, and I don't make a lot. So, you know, I'm making them to essentially keep this podcast going and keep all of the episodes archived. But these specifically that I make are for a 4mm valve that works on the turbo cans, and they work on a lot of international paints. They work on the new Krylon stems.
Yeah.
They're
Valspar.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the stock tip on the Valspar, but
yeah. That one specifically is a regular 3mm, so that works on regular Rustos. I have both. Okay. So if anyone wants to order a regular adapter that just needs a standard 3mm valve, you just gotta DM me and say, hey, I want a 3mm and a 4mm. But the main ones I'm pushing, when you buy the pack, it comes with a stencil cap. I don't know if you've seen the stencil cap, so that you can do fine lines and cutty little details. Let me grab this. This is the newest one, which is for you.
Oh, what is this?
That is a stencil cap cover.
That's crazy.
So like,
what is this? What is this?
Hold on. I'm gonna try to describe this audio, but I'll show you. Give me 1 second. Let me get a can.
Oh, crazy.
So, let me put my headphones back on. So, if you have this specific stencil, I haven't even put it on my website, but by the time people listen to this, it'll be up on my website. But if you use a Montana, Iron Lac, whatever, you just click it on the can, push it up, and so when you hit it, it'll go into the spray valve, so that you can get tiny little lines, and then the excess paint drains out of here.
Oh, wow.
Because if you use the traditional stencil cap, it just...
like reservoirs?
Yeah, exactly, and it gets everywhere, and it's super messy. This is just a cleaner way to do those. So, that's for you.
Wow.
I'm going to keep the can, but you can keep the stencil cap.
Thank you. Would you be offended if I
give it to somebody else?
Yeah,
no, by all means. Because if you're like, oh, I'm stencil everything, that's fine. But this is just a gift for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you probably know someone that'll actually use it.
Exactly. Yeah. I know it's cool. And you can't see this, but it's 3D printed with some really cool like resin, and the color is great. It's awesome to look at. Wow. I can appreciate the craftsmanship involved in making this. So.
Word. Yeah, so it's all available on the website, myanism.bigcartel.com. I think it's Myanism with a Z. Shit, let me double check. I mean, all of this information will be linked in the description of the podcast, but let me double check because we're talking about it. Oh, no, it's just regular with an S. So myanism.bigcartel.com, and it's the blaster pack, and then the stencil will be different, but the blaster pack comes with 2 adapters and a stencil cap. The standard stencil cap, not the upgraded stencil cap. So, yeah, if you want to support the podcast, which I'd highly appreciate, this is a way that you can support.
Dude, sick. Thank you. Yo, shout out 365 crew and everybody involved and everyone that keeps it going.
Fuck yeah. All right. Well, shout out to all the listeners, that push me to constantly keep going. I appreciate it. It's getting the message. I see everyone's messages. If I don't reply, it's because I have ADD and I get distracted and I forget to reply or something like that. And then I'll see it weeks later and I feel weird. I get socially awkward about replying to an old ass message. But I'm grateful for everyone that's been listening. It's now the second year of the podcast. So, it's great seeing all those messages, and we're going to, keep it going. And thank you so much for sitting down with me today and
thanks, man.
Talking about your experiences and how you think about graffiti. It's always a pleasure to get new insight and get inspired by other people.
Thanks, man. It means a lot, really.
Fuck yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's it for me. Thanks for everyone listening, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.
What is this rush thing? What is the rush that you get from it?
The ultimate rush, nothing can beat it. No drugs, no nothing.
Are you the kind of person who goes up on those signs on the freeway?
Yeah, more than anyone.